take everything we got, give it an honest shot, turning it on and off, we've been sliding, riding the highest dream, keeping the fire real, I call for you. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for fun, with a light your fire. I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling, maybe we're invisible at last, fueling every engine, power is descending, maybe we're invisible. Over the coming days, let's cut to the chase, we're gonna beat this maze, let's go deeper, I wanna reach it all, taking a leap or fall, I'll get to you. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for fun, with a light your fire. I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling, maybe we're invisible at last, fueling every engine, power is descending, maybe we're invisible. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for fun, with a light your fire. I've been flying off the ceiling, taken by this feeling, maybe we're invisible. I've been flying off the ceiling, and maybe we're invisible. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for desire. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for desire. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for desire. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for desire. I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling, maybe we're invisible at last, fueling every engine, power is descending, maybe we're invisible. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for fun, with a light your fire. I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling, maybe we're invisible. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for desire. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for desire. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for desire. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for desire. I've been flying off the ceiling, taken by this feeling, baby we're invincible.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be on the World Wide Web. Welcome to our show, Giants Blitz, our show about all things football, right here at ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm your host, Tim Amy, and tonight is our season finale. We've had an entire year of great Blitz topics, from studio to live at the field. 25th anniversary special stands out. Of course, some other ones. We had problem parents and how to deal with it. Great player, bad attitude, how to coach them. Life as an O-lineman. It's been a great season reaching out to you and talking about things that matter to you as a fan of community football, as a coach, as a player, as a parent, as a participant, as a volunteer. And we can't do this kind of stuff without you guys and without everyone helping out, stepping up. And so if you have a topic that you think would work really well with Giants Blitz, do you like us to discuss? Perhaps you'd like to come on as a guest. We'd love to hear from you. So go to our website, chilliwackgiants.com. Reach out to myself, Tim Amy, or any one of the board members with our chilliwackgiant.com email address, and let us know what you think. Feedback is always appreciated. Unless you're really angry, then, wait 24 hours, then send the email. So looking for topics for next season. We are going to be revisiting a couple of the topics, high school versus community. We did touch on it from a parent perspective. And we want to look at it from a high school coach to a community football association coach and the pros and cons of both systems and what works for everybody else. We have a very exciting playoff football coming up. This is a regular last Friday Night Light game. Tomorrow is our last regular season game. We have, of course, several teams that will be making the playoffs, some that should push all the way to provincials if everything bounces their way. So don't go away. Stay in with ChilliwackGiants.com throughout the playoff season. A lot of those games will be have play-by-play and color commentary. We have the Poutine Bowl coming up in a few weeks, or a couple of weeks, pardon me. And that's very exciting. That's our end-of-season Adam tournament. So stay tuned for that. And, of course, tomorrow, live streaming is our $50,000 raffle draw. Mayor Sharon Gates is going to be here at 1 o'clock and picking out the lucky name of the lucky person that bought that lucky raffle ticket that will be going home $50,000 richer. So that could be you. So make sure you tune in, chilliwackgiants.com tomorrow. Mayor Sharon Gates comes out every year. We bring her out in the field on a golf cart. She calls the winner. It's a lot of fun, and we've had some pretty exciting reactions over the year. I've never won personally, and that's really disappointing for me. But, you do it for the kids and not for yourself, right? So, beautiful night tonight. We have an Adam playoff coming up. You got the helmet out there. The kids are warming up. We have the Mission Niners taking on our Chilliwack Adam Red team. TJ Bumby is our head coach for Chilliwack, and very excited to have his team featured on their one and only Friday Night Light game. It's good to see the tunnel up because it's been raining and windy and pretty awful the past few weeks, so we haven't been able to use it. So really big kudos for the weather turning out, and it's just a beautiful day today here in the valley. It's almost 20 degrees at one point this afternoon. Temperature, of course, drops off. It's nighttime and it's fall and it's cold. But anyway, Halloween is coming up. We don't have a Halloween bowl, but maybe we should. But anyway, and tonight we have candy bags at the concessions for the kids. And, of course, if you're here dressed up, you get your free candy bag. And, if you're at home and you want to come up and see the game, the final Friday Night Light game, please come on out and join us. So Friday Night Lights, always exciting. We've got our nicknames set up. We've got our tunnel set up. One of the best things we've ever had for Chilliwack Minor football here is that tunnel because the kids they absolutely love it. And again, we can't do these things without you and the volunteers and all the hundreds of hours of volunteer parents put in. I mean, no one out there on those fields on any given day for practice, for games, for anything is getting paid. Everyone just puts in so much time and works so hard, especially in the concession. That is very difficult to staff. We've had challenges getting people to spend all day Saturday, give up their entire Saturday to work in that concession. So for all the parents that are in there right now working away, thank you very much. And I know Colleen Saunders has been and Farrah Parks, two people have been very, very critical in making sure that concession is run smoothly. And it's not easy. You're working a fast food fryer and you're trying to get coffee out and kids are hungry and parents are hungry and they want to see the game and things, bunch up at a halftime and it's a real challenge. Of course, they have the announcing that goes on for every single game, and a lot of parents are very, very nervous and don't like announcing, but they come out and they do it anyway, and they make the experience a lot of fun for a lot of the kids, and it's really great. So once again, thank you so much for all the volunteers, the parents, and the coaches, and the trainers, and the managers who do so much work to making sure these kids have a really great experience here throughout their seasons with Chilliwack Minor football. And we're a healthy association. We had 3 Adam teams. We had 2 Pee Wee teams. We had 2 junior Bantam teams this season. Our Bantam team was almost a 40-man roster, which is just fantastic. And next season, we will have our midget team set up. We've already reached out to coaches. Go out to Ian Parks at chilliwackgiants.com if you are interested in coaching our midget team. And we want to hear from you about your vision for football and why you think you'd be a great midget coach to get our program up and running and allow kids 16 to 18 to keep playing their community season right here in Chilliwack. So thank you again for all the coaches. And I want to thank the managers. The managers are sort of the unsung heroes for community football. They do all the behind-the-scenes organizing. And they're dealing with parents. When parents have a grievance, they go through the manager. And the manager has to deal with the parent and deal with the coaches and deal with the association. They get all the team building events organized. They have the barbecues and the fun days. They have the year-end parties they got to go and get all the trophies for and figure out what kind of swag to get the kids. And they're on top of parents for the raffles. I'm very proud to say, as of yesterday, I sold all my raffle tickets. I did it. I didn't think I was going to get it done. And I did it, and it was a challenge because this year, of course, we went online. And years previous, it's always been the 2 books, and that's what people were used to. And change is difficult, so we had some real challenges with technology, like you always do when you have something new. But we will be sticking with our online raffle for next season as well. We have the 50-50 draw coming up as well. I think the kitty was about $5,000 around there. As I checked yesterday, it could be a little bit higher. But the raffle, of course, is pivotal for everything we do here with Chilliwack Minor Football. It brings in a lot of revenue for us, makes one individual very, very happy, and it makes a ton of kids even happier because it allows them to play football for a reasonable cost with equipment provided and this wonderful facility behind me. Did I mention the tunnel? Did I mention the tunnel? Do we have the tunnel in the shot? Let me move. Do we see the tunnel? We got the tunnel. You know what the tunnel looks like. You run through it. Hopefully you get a pyrotechnics and a fog machine. I'm not sure what the fire department would say about that, but you know what? It's easier to apologize than ask for permission, right? So maybe we'll roll that in next year. So the only 1 minute. Oh, we have 1 minute coming. He's coming up. We have a special guest going to be joining us in just under 60 seconds. A man known to many football fans across British Columbia and across Canada, a 14-year veteran of the CFL, a 4-time All-Star, 2-time Grey Cup winner, a homegrown Canadian boy from BC right here. And I hear the footsteps, and I'm going to reach for the headset. And we have none other, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to introduce him. Come on in. I'm going to hand you the headset. Look at the jewelry. Ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure here on Giants Blitz, Mr. Angus Reid, BC Lion veteran. Thank you very much for coming here and joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you so much. You were a veteran 14 seasons of the
13,
CFL.
but I'll take 14. That
13?
sounds good, yeah.
You know what? It's a baker's dozen,
Yep.
as far as I'm concerned.
It's an offensive lineman's dozen at 14.
It is. It is. Now, you retired how many years ago?
3 now.
3 years ago now. And what have you been doing with your time since you retired?
I'm in the business world, so I have a commercial insurance business program. I do a ton of speaking still in schools. I host Crime Stoppers show. I do a little bit of TV, radio still for football, so keep myself pretty busy.
There you go. You got your fingers in a lot of pies.
Yeah, I like pies. So
The pies are good.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what's the toughest part of not playing football anymore?
You know, the daily atmosphere. You just cannot recreate a locker room practice reality anywhere else in the world. It just doesn't exist, you know. And the game day is, don't get me wrong, actually playing the sport is magical, but you know, my body was so beat up, I'm okay not to do it anymore. But the lifestyle of going to the locker room, being with your buddies, working hard with them, having some laughs, and then going competing together with them on the most real stage there is, which is a football field. And there's no way of talking your way out of. You either won with them or you didn't. You celebrate or you mourn the loss, and you get up tomorrow and you do it all over again. And that's pretty hard to replicate outside of football.
Right. And you've sort of touched on my next question, which was, what was the best part of playing pro football?
You know, I obviously winning is great, but the relationships and friendships you make are unique in the way that very few people end up having friends that they won and lost, suffered, got hurt, you know, did all these physical things with. And I was fortunate enough to do them until I was 37 years old. So,
wow.
you know, here I am, a grown man with other grown men, doing what a lot of people did when they were kids and built those great friendships. And I was able to still do that into my 30s and build friendships based on those same things that most people only had in their youth. So I was really lucky that I basically got to still be a kid all the way into my 30s and have those great memories built by playing a game that long.
Now, the average CFL career is only about 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
How was it you were able to last so long? Because you were a center. I mean, it's a tough position.
Yeah.
You're a lineman.
It's tough. I think it's a multitude of factors. Luck is a big one. That's just the reality of life. Especially in football, a lot of it has to do with can your body hold together. And for some people, everybody trains and works really hard, but I think a lot of it comes down to genetics. Some people can just hold up better than others, and there's no right or wrong reason for that. It's just the way it goes. So I was really fortunate to have a kind of a short, stubby body that held up well. I worked very hard.
Peasant stock.
Yeah.
From the mines.
Yes, listen, there's a lot to be said. I mean, everybody works out hard. Everybody takes care of themselves. Some people just for whatever reason have a body that can take a bit more punishment than others because you're right. As you get up in age and these years pile on, football's a hard sport. And it favors the young because the youth has the resiliency, and you get into your 30s and you're still going. You probably have more than hard work going for you. You have some sort of genetic luck that you can put up with it. And I did everything I could to stay healthy. I was very fortunate not to have any bad injuries till the very, very, very end of my career. And I didn't think about it in terms of I'm still doing it. You just take everything one day at a time.
Nice.
You don't start thinking about, am I here? How many more years can I do this for? Every day was important. Every practice was important, and just try to work as hard as I could. And then one day you look up and go, wow, I've been doing this for a long time.
Didn't Louis Pasaglia ever sign a 1-year contract and clean his locker out every single year?
I don't know that, but it might very well be true.
Yeah,
he was a kicker, though, so I mean.
I thought, don't bad. Special teams, man, wins championships.
Yeah.
The toughest part of being a pro. What was the hardest part of being, the thing you didn't sort of regretted the most?
The hardest part was knowing the reality that, and this is a hard truth for people to realize. Once you get to the professional level, your general manager's job is to replace you, and you have to go to work knowing every day that they are trying to find somebody better than you, younger than you, and cheaper than you, and that's their job.
Yeah.
Their job is to replace you. And you have to be able to accept that. And some people struggle with that. And it creates unbelievable stress knowing that if you played a bad game, it might be over for you.
Yeah.
There is no guarantee that you're here for the season. All you have is the opportunity that you've been given right now to play that game. And that's a hard pill it's hard to wrap your head around that. Once you get to that place and accept it, it's good. But a lot of young players, this isn't high school or college where you're part of the team, you're part of the team.
Right.
At the pro level, it's your career is literally one game at a time, and it could be over any time. Injury, bad performance, something goes wrong, they can move on from you, and that's it's a tough way to make a living.
Yeah,
put it that way. When you have a family and you have bills to pay, and you go, this could be over any day, and every single practice could be the last practice you ever play when you're the professional level.
That would be tough mentally to get past that.
Yeah.
That stumbling block. Now you were a high school guy.
Yeah.
You started a career late, and you missed a couple of years of university, didn't you?
Yeah, I have a kind of an odd story, and one that makes probably playing this long even a little more ridiculous. I didn't play football till the 11th grade. Now, I did have some older brothers that played football, so I knew the sport. I was exposed to it. I grew up around it. But I didn't, I was in a family that we started when the high school started in the 8th grade. And when I hit high school, I got really sick. It was kind of a crazy story, but I had a blown appendix that I didn't tell my parents about because I thought I was tough, and it was really bad. I mean, it was really bad, and I ended up missing months.
Wow.
I was in the hospital for a very long time, and it took me 2 years to physically recover to get back to being healthy again.
Well, you get that infection if it blows.
I was death's doorstep. Like
wow.
it was a rough go. And so my 8th and 9th grade, I didn't play any sports. I was really ill, and I was trying to get my strength back. In the 10th grade, it's what I speak on a lot. I was really low self-confidence. Yeah. I didn't play sports. I didn't think much of myself. I had low self-esteem. Didn't have a ton of friends. Didn't think I could do much with my life. And I was so fortunate that football was there and was a sport that didn't have finite requirements for numbers. It wasn't like a basketball team where they're taking the top 12 and cutting everybody else. It was a sport that even at the highest level, and I went to a school that had a very good program, hey, you want to come out? Come on out. You can be part of this team. And I had a coach that was very good at inviting us out, not making it seem this elite that was only reserved for the gifted or the people I wanted. Look, we want everybody. And I was invited out, and I look back, and that was the critical moment of my life where I took a chance being scared to try something that I hadn't played in any sport in a long time. But I thank my coaches every day for inviting me, encouraging me, and making it an environment that I felt welcome. And even though I didn't know what I was doing, I'd never played the sport before, I was kind of way behind. I wasn't very good. I really wasn't. I mean, and why should I have been?
Right.
I'd never played this sport before, right? And they gave me their time, they gave me the encouragement, and they gave me the opportunity to work hard and learn this great sport.
And you did work hard because, I mean, you went 14 years pro, and center is not a simple position.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of responsibility on there. If you don't get the ball to the quarterback and you're not reading that defense right,
Yeah,
you're not going to go anywhere.
It's a tough go. I fell in love with the whole concept of being able to tell everyone else what to do. And having that type of control where I can make you do it all and I can just kind of get out of the way because that's how I set it up. No, but football center's in a unique situation where you physically have the same requirements as every other offensive lineman. You got to block somebody in front of you, and you got to get that done. But you also have the added dimension of having to make decisions on how we're going to take care of this defense. How are we going to make sure that our quarterback doesn't get killed on this play, or the running back has the right, is the hole is created correctly. And then you got to keep reading the subtleties. Oh, the defense is changing, and so there's this real cerebral aspect to center play that I really liked. And I'm no problem being honest with everybody out there. I struggled at the pro level on the physical side. I mean, I was small.
Yeah.
I played at 300 pounds, but really I'm 6'1", and that's I was the little guy in the league. You're trying to block guys 6'4".
6'1", 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Did you say?
Yeah.
And you were the little guy.
I was a little guy. I tell people all the time. Offensive linemen in the professional levels. Truth is, they're 6'3", 6'4". I played with guys 6'7", 6'8", 340, 350, 360 pounds. I played with guys that's 19 feet. I mean, these are massive human beings, and I got to get you out of the way somehow. So that was a hard go physically, and then you have the aspect of, all these moving parts running around, and it was on me to go, how are we going to get this done? And everyone's looking at you going, what are we going to do? I loved that part of the game. I loved that mental challenge, and I loved building trust with the guys around you that, we got 3 seconds to make a decision. I'm going to make a decision. They're in, and we're going to go do it.
That's incredible. Now, you're a parent.
Yes.
You have a son?
Yeah, I have a 2-year-old.
Is he going to play football?
If he wants to.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys where everyone goes, oh, he's going to be a football star. I said, look, I don't know what he's going to do. I'm going to expose him to everything. He's going to figure out what he likes to do, and I'm one of those parents that I'm here to support what you love to do. My job is to give you. I'm not scared of the sport of football.
Right.
If that's what you're getting at, that's what he wants to do, I'm all in.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm not going to make him do anything, but I think it's a great sport. I think with the benefits of this sport are beyond. When you look at all the benefits of a team sport, football has more than any other sport because of the amount of kids it lets participate and all the other intangibles it does. Sure, we can work on the sport. Everything needs working on it.
Yeah.
It's something that is worth working on because it is a great sport that I think bonds people on levels that pretty hard to match.
There we go. Excellent point. I lost my train of thought. You're such a good speaker. I lost my train of thought. What high school did you play at again?
Vancouver College.
Vancouver College.
Yeah, I grew up in Richmond.
Do you ever go? Do you go back to your high school and work on clinics and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I spoke at a dinner there about a month ago. That's what I do. I basically try to speak at clinics, help where I can. I'm a little behind. I'm not behind, but I'm not the cutting edge on the techniques anymore. I'm more on the inspiration, motivation of the sport itself.
Sure.
I speak on behalf of football and the benefits beyond the game, the benefits of helping people grow up, benefits that it gave someone like me who was a shy, quiet, kind of scared high school kid, and I came out of my shell and I grew up and I realized I could do something with my life, and I was able to take it far in football. But beyond that, this sport enables people to learn so much about themselves, and they don't reserve it for just the talented or the financially able. It's for anybody that just wants to come out. You can learn who you are, you can make friends, and you can get all those great skill sets that you can take with you after the field and apply them to life.
Thank you very much. That is wonderful. I'm going to close on that. Angus Reid, BC Lion, 13-year veteran, 4-time All-Star, 2-time Grey Cup champion.
Sounds good to me.
Yes. Can you flash the
This
ring?
is the 06 one.
06
I've
one.
lost so much weight. My 2011 is a little big, so it slides
that would be
off
a
now.
wristwatch on me.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in, Giants Blitz. We're going to wrap up. You're going to stick around. You're going to be my color man for
Let's
the
do
game
it.
tonight. Very exciting. ChilliwackGiants.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening. Welcome to CANEX Mason Landscaping Friday Night Lights. Let's get our intros underway all the way from down the highway and across the river. The Mission Niners. Number 2, Matthew Smith. And number 3, Jackson Tennant. Number 4, Jaden Berger. And number 6, Isaiah Hill-Lezenzi. I apologize for that pronunciation. Number 9, Lincoln Shelley. Whoop, number 10, Mason Farley. Number 12, TJ Burlingoff. Number 14, Michael Boyd. Number 15, Damien Guitard. Number 16, Alex Foster. Oh, you want to go that way? Number 21, Iman Dillon. Hey, Iman, it's coming right past me. There you go. There you go. Good job, buddy. Number 23, Dominic Saunderson. Over here, Dominic. Not in yours. Number 30, Blake Derby. Number 33, Maximus Tennant. Number 52, Cole Thorne. The Wrath of Thorn. Number 55, Hayden McDonald. All right, B for victory. Number 60, Paul Kern. Number 62, Austin Harris. Number 68, Micah Palmer. Number 81, Gregory Pringle. Number 82, Colin Soon. Number 85, Braden Woods. And rounding off our Mission Niner roster, number 92, Lyndon Sindhu. Your Mission Adam Niners. Let's get ready for our Chilliwack Adam Red Giants. Hometown boys. Starting number 3, Rylan, the tackle hunter Yankee. Over this way, Ryan. Over this way. Right there. Number 5, Hayden Striker Hanna. Number 10. Whoop. Number 10, Oaktree Campbell. Number 12, Ethan the Eliminator Kolchinski. Number 20, Peyton the Savage Barakoff. There you go, dude. Number 25, James the Beast Elliott. Come around me. Oh, look at that. Nice. Number 30, Pierce the Terminator Newbury.
Number 32, Jos the Boss More. Number 33, Ashton the Atom Bomb Hislop. Number 37, Timmy the Titan Bumby. Number 59, Jasper the Warrior Schmindel. Number 61, Musa Man of Steel Con. Number 67, Wyatt Wrangler Cartensen. Number 77, Denver the Bronco Adam. And rounding up your Adam Red, Isaiah the Incredible Con. Your Chilliwack Adam Red Giants. Now please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem by none other than Carrie Eaclock.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And what an absolutely beautiful rendition of "O Canada" by none other than Chilliwack's very own Carrie Eaclock. Welcome to Chilliwack Chilliwack Minor Football Friday Night Lights. I apologize for that. Friday Night Lights sponsored by CANEX Masonry and Landscaping right here, ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm your host, Tim Amy. The game's going to get underway in just 1 minute. Of course, we have our Adam Red Giants taking on the Mission Niners tonight for our final production of Friday Night Lights for this season, and it's been a great season. We've had some absolutely superb games, and our guest of honor has just walked into the booth. I hand him his headset. I'm going to get off your cord, step right up. And Mr. Angus Reid, welcome to CANEX Masonry and Landscaping Friday Night Lights.
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm jacked up again. I feel like I'm back in game day mode. This is a lot of fun. What a great environment. What great energy out here, and it's just fun to be a part of football here tonight.
Thank you very much. It's we have a lot of fun in these Friday Night Light games. It's we produce these like none other. We've got the of course we broadcast all our games online. We have good crowds coming out with all the parents. And the tunnel that we got a few years ago is a huge draw for especially the Adam Age. They just absolutely love running through that tunnel.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what memories you're building for these guys and making this more than a game. It's an event. I'm sure it's something they think of all week. They get ready for it. And then they talk about it the rest of the week, what happened here on Friday. I mean, what a great environment for these kids to be in. And what a special place this home field has obviously become for them.
Oh, yeah. It's we've been here since about the mid-'90s, and Chilliwack Minor Football had its humble beginnings, as most community sports associations had. And we used to be in one of the high schools on the south side of town, and guides would show up their pickup trucks, and they have industrial lights in the back of the pickup trucks and heaters, broadcasting. We get 200-300 fans would show up for games, and then that was the catalyst that we could just convince the city to build the facility at Townsend, because this used to be like granulized gravel and. It was a practice facility, and it wasn't developed, so they put down grass and then eventually turf. and then we brought in online, and so it's.
But you got a big screen TV. I mean,
got
this
big
is nuts.
screen.
This is fantastic.
We got it all. We got it all here. And the best story about this was years ago, before I came on board, during the Afghan War. Of course, this is a military town. One of the dads watching from Kandahar Airfield in Afghanistan got to see his kid online score his first touchdown.
Wow, how special
Yeah.
is that? That's really magical.
Yeah, and you don't remember the scores in games like that. You know what I mean?
Well, the score doesn't even matter with situations like that, right?
No. So yeah. But
That's
thank
great.
you very much, Angus. It's a pleasure to have you here. It's a real honor to have a BC Lion calling the game with you tonight.
Oh,
This
look, it's the honor's mine. It's to be able to. This sport's given me so much. Any opportunity I get to kind of, people say give back, but really, I'm just getting to take it in. This
Yeah.
is fun for me. It's really fun for me. I don't get around football this level enough, and it just again, you spoke earlier about the score and stuff. I mean, this is what it's all about. Young kids out there having a great time, working hard together, and just trying everything they got to give their best, and it's fun to be around this.
Well, you're always welcome to come back. We have lots of clinics. We have our spring camps. We have our combines.
Well, it's great to hear. It's great to see how strong football is here. I mean, I grew up in the city, and you see where football's struggling in a lot of places.
Yeah.
And it's really good to see the strength of football here.
Thank you very much. It gets, it's unfortunate, but it does get a lot of bad press with the whole concussion issue.
Yeah, it does.
And I mean, it happens. It's relevant, but I mean, concussions aren't exclusive to football. But if you read the paper, you'd kind of think there was.
Yeah, and that's the kind of unfortunate reality where, media likes to have a story that is going to get people's attention, get you to watch, and it's a good scare tactic. And not saying it's not reality, it's not truth, but it's not just football, and it's not one of those things that can't be improved and isn't being improved. And the big statement here is the value of football and the greatness that it can do for somebody is worth working on and improving those things. And you don't just throw the baby out with the bathwater because there's an issue. And as you said, that issue isn't isolated, isn't specific to only football.
No.
It's just that's the story like the people like to be told. And whenever there's a problem, people need to point to the solution, and it's remove yourself football and all is better, and that's just not reality that anyone wants to really look at it. Concussions are a serious problem that affect a lot of people, and they happen so many ways and in every aspect of everything you do out there. So the sport of football, when taught properly, is not taught to create concussions or put yourself in that situation. No. It's a great sport that can be relatively safe when practiced and coached well, and that's what it's all about, is improving the coaching, improving the techniques, so this sport survives and thrives and gives generations to come an opportunity to really take part in it.
Yeah, and we have we're getting ready for kickoff here, but we have, of course, our safe contact program that all the coaches have to go through. And then there's the concussion protocol, making headway that everyone has to do. And,
it might be the best thing that's ever happened, because it's like anything, it's forced us to take a better look and improve best practices, which is good. And we just need to make sure we're telling that story of all the great things we're doing to make sure these kids are as safe as possible.
Exactly. Okay, so it looks like the Mission Niners going to kick off to Chilliwack. And let's get things underway here. And head coach for Mission is Fred Cunningham, who's been doing this for about 20 years and is a gentleman of the sport. Nice kick to get the game started. Takes a Mission bounce. And, whoa, he's still on his feet.
Whoa.
It's up. Look at him dodge. Look at him doodle. Number 77. Look at him roll. Gets all the way to the offensive 49-yard line, and that punt return by none other than Denver, the Bronco Adam.
Look at the excitement right off the bat. You got to love it when the opening kickoff return goes like that, because that just sets the tone and the tempo. These kids are fired up, and they should be.
It's fun. Okay, 1st and 10 about the 49-yard line on the offensive zone, Chilliwack's possession. 1st and 10, we'll see how it rolls. I love Adam football. A lot of people don't like it because it is so slow, and they are new, and they are learning. And there's, generally speaking, about 5 billion injury timeouts for every single owie that goes on. But if you ever get out on the field before the game, I mean, the enthusiasm of those kids is infectious, and they're so psyched, especially on a Friday night when you get the big screen, and it's great.
Well, look at it right now. They're fired up. I mean, this is just fun to be around.
They're so cute.
And they huddled up 29 yards away from the ball. I haven't seen that very often either.
Got to keep it secret, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's listening. Here we go. I formation from the pistol. 9-man football. Looks like they set up for a blitz. That's a high snap. Ooh, live ball in the backfield. And, who's got it? Did Chilliwack get it? It looks like it could be going the other way. No. Chilliwack
I think
recovered?
they recovered. I think, yep, yeah, it's second down.
That looks like a mission. Maybe they call it.
They called it a dead ball, I think.
They may probably call it a dead
I
ball.
think they did.
Yeah, because as you can imagine, the snaps in Adam can go awry quite frequently.
Yeah, and that's sometimes the danger when you go to the shotgun formation with young kids. It's I found it tough to handle the ball shotgun a lot of times in some of our conditions we're in. I can only imagine with the little guys with the small hands. It's not an easy task.
It's not. And part of the problem is, of course, is that the offensive lines aren't quite as skilled at holding off the defenders as as the older age. So the quarterback a lot of times has absolutely no time to get that ball to his running back. So
Right.
And expect a lot of sweeps and a lot of handoffs and not a lot of passing tonight. It's
That's the reality where we're at. It's all good.
here we go. Well, a little better. Another snap, a little bit short.
Getting the kinks out early. It's okay.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you notice as soon as the ball is snapped, someone's in the backfield.
Yeah.
And that's the danger you run into, right? So, and it's this stage of the game. Normally, the first half of the season, the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator can be on the field with the kids. At this point, they're on their own.
So when do they make that change? Mid-season?
Mid-season.
Okay.
4 games in.
4
Yeah,
games
so
in.
it's an
Okay.
8-game season. So yeah, they're on their own, calling on their own, and it's
That's
tough.
a big jump.
It
That's
is.
a big jump.
All right, 3rd and long. Let's see. There's
we go.
there's the snap. Handoff number 10 in the backfield.
Gone.
He's got an opening.
Gone!
Can he do it? Can he
He's
go all
gone.
the way? Number 10 on number 10.
He's all gone.
He's all gone. Oakley, the Oak Tree Campbell, is in the end zone.
Woo!
All the way. Look at that.
That's all it takes right there. He saw a crease and he was gone.
What a run. Oakley, the Oak Tree Campbell, put 6 points on the board at 3rd and long.
The oak tree takes it to the big house in style. There you go. Proud father in the house right now. Gotta
Yeah.
love it.
That is, that's the thing about football. You think you're down and out at 3rd and 20, and one good snap and one
One
good
good
opening.
snap.
One good opening.
Well, and you see that's what happens when the defense, they were firing forward every single time. You get through that first wave, there was nothing left, and the oak tree was gone.
Nice bit of running here. So they're going to set up for the PAT, and I'm guessing they're going to go for a 1-point conversion, which is at this level, if you can put it through the uprights with the foot, you get 2 points. If you run in or throw it in, you get 1 point.
I just give it to the oak tree again. Done deal.
He's probably catching his breath. Looks like they're going to go for a 1-point PAT here. If you can get a kid that
Is
can
it 5?
kick,
What is it? 3 yards out?
5
5
yards out, yeah.
Okay.
If you get a kid that can kick at this level, it's money in the bank. And flag on the field.
Do you
So
see
jump
it much?
early.
Do you ever see many teams kicking?
Oh yeah, we have a bit of a kicking team. You just need that one kid that
Yeah.
came over from soccer,
Sure.
and they don't snap the ball for the kicks, right? They already place it.
Okay.
And so there's so much coordination a poor kid can do, right? So, but no, they make their attempts. And sometimes they put it just beauties. Other times they nail the crossbar. Other times they hit the guy in the back of the head. But you know what? God love them for trying. You don't develop your kicking game unless you keep kicking.
Yeah, you
so.
don't develop by thinking about it.
No. Here we go. There's the snap. More flags. And this is very quintessential Adam football here with lots of offsides and procedure calls.
Yeah, it's just part of the learning curve of the game, right?
What was the one call that frustrated you the most?
That holding.
Yeah?
I would get in trouble. They wouldn't always call, but I would get in trouble for and this was just one of my subtleties of too much flinching and moving in my stance because
Right.
you're always pointing at the other guys, communicating and calling
Right.
codes, and they could call that as distracting the defensive lineman if it's done in a quick motion.
Right.
And I would blur on the line of doing it on purpose and not, and they would get a lot of warnings, and I got called a few times, and it really annoyed me. Tried to look for any advantage I could have.
Was there a nose that you really loved scoring off against?
There was a guy. Whoa, we're in.
There's
We're
a go. There you
We
go.
got it.
Get the 1-point PAT. That gives Chilliwack a 7-point lead over the visiting Mission Niners. However, lots of football left to play. All righty. So they're going to set up for the kickoff. So let's get back to the question. Was there a nose, guard,
Yeah.
or tackle that you like to
Well, I don't want to say the cool thing about the CFL, I played before Ottawa came back in, and so there was only 8 teams, and in an 18-game season, you'd play the same team sometimes 3-4 times in a year.
Yeah.
So you got pretty intimate with the same person, and
Right.
you really got to know who they were, the strengths, weaknesses, and it became really personal battles. And I played long enough, and some other guys did, that there was some guys that you enjoyed and some guys you hated. And I can tell you for a fact, the one I dreaded the most was a guy named Adriano Belli who played in Toronto, Montreal, a little bit of Hamilton, and he was just a big brute, 6'5", 300-pound, big Italian brute that really really took pleasure in just beating you up more than playing football. No, like his enjoyment was just trying to destroy you, regardless of what was going on in the play. So it didn't matter that I technically beat you and got you blocked. He just wanted to just pummel you for fun, and he was so big and strong that he got off on it, and it was tough. Oh,
Here we go. Nice little kick. Whoop, bobbles it.
Oh, we got a chance here.
Number 14, Mission. He's got some room on the outside. Look at him cut in. Still on his feet. He's moving.
Look at him go.
That's a big kick.
Whoa,
Look at that
stiff arm. Whoa.
Oh, nice.
That
Hold
was
down.
Wow.
Hold down at the look at him go. Look at him go.
You know, that was some athleticism right there. That cutback and that stiff arm.
That's a big kid, He's not
But he had that body control though. When he cut left for a big guy.
He's if you look at his physique, he's got sort of short, powerful legs, so he has that nice.
Look at that replay of the stiff arm. Get out of my way. Yeah, he's got that power in that move. That's impressive, and he knew it too. He's not afraid to celebrate.
Yeah. We get some celebrations. A few years ago, my son was in Pee-wee, first year Pee-wee, and we had the tunnel set up. It was a Friday night game, and Gav Kale, who doesn't play with us anymore, comes out, drops to one knee, and does the bow and arrow, and it set the whole team off. And after that, every single kid on our team came out and had a routine. They would literally practice it at home all week coming up to the Friday night game. Quarterback keeper, number 6, cuts to the outside. Is they going to catch him?
Gone.
Not even close. And we have a 1-point game, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
The Mission Niners are on the board, and their first snap of the game, and it changes that quickly.
That's how quick it can go. And you can see, obviously, at this age group, you get through that first line of defense. I think a lot of kids don't have that pursuit angles down, and it's gone, right?
And Isaiah Hill Lesens. I'm going to say Lesens. I'm going to say that's a soft C. Lecennesne.
Some good speed there, though. He was gone.
Nice wheels on him.
Yeah.
And you can get to that outside and Adam. You just get a bit of a daylight on that outside edge.
Well, you know what?
A
hard thing in football, as you have to learn this, is understanding angles. And a lot of kids, and it's just not their fault because you got to learn this, they'll just turn and chase, and they got to understand the angle you got to take to get there. And that takes years to learn.
Yeah.
And without that, as soon as they're gone, they're gone.
So they're going to go for a 2-point
Wow, here
PAT.
we go. That's a big kicker.
That's number
He's a big
85. Boy. We got Braden Woods. Some of these kids, it's remarkable as to the size.
Look at him. He's a big kid, and he looks like he's lined up knowing what he's doing here. Wow.
Right through the uprights.
He drilled
2 points. So look at that. It was a 7-point Chilliwack lead, and now it is a 1-point Mission Niners lead with one flick of the wrist.
He drilled that thing.
That's a nice kick. Yeah, if you get a kid that can kick on an Adam team, it's like championship. It's the foot of gold.
Yeah, 2 points. Wow, that's cool.
Right through it. Good job.
When does that rule change? When it switches back to 1 point on the kick and 2 point on the conversion?
You know what? I should know this. I'm pretty sure. I'd bantam for sure, and it could be junior bantam.
Okay.
Could be. Yeah, Pee-wee, so it could be junior bantam. I should know this because I've been doing this for like 6 years, but I always forget. It's one of those things I just can't retain. I don't know.
That's all right.
All righty. So Mission, there's number 85. He's getting back to the golden boot.
Thunderfoot. Yeah. Old Thunderfoot over there.
The boy with the golden boot.
Yeah. Look at him, though. He's a foot taller than everybody else. He's a big kid.
There's some really solid kids.
You can see some big size discrepancies at this age group, hey? The early developers.
The crazy discrepancy size is the junior bantam because you have 12-year-olds playing with 13-year-olds.
Yeah, that's a big jump, too. And maturities can swing hard there, right?
Yeah. And my son's in junior bantam this year, and all of a sudden he's looking around. He's half the size.
Oh, onside kick.
What's going to happen?
It's too short. We got it.
And it looks like Chilliwack's ball. Yep. So Chilliwack's going to take over on their own on the offensive 54-yard line.
Smart move just to fall on that and get it, not try to pick it up.
It takes a funny bounce. The thing that always drove me crazy when I coached the odd season here and there was, you line up for the punt return and you have your blockers and then you have your returners, and a blocker would reach out and try and grab it on a hop, bounce off his arm, and it's a live ball. It's
the reason why you're a blocker.
Let it go behind you.
There's a reason why you're a blocker.
All right.
Here we go.
1st and 10. Let's see if Chilliwack can get their lead back. Get those snaps down. I think they lulled them into a sense of overconfidence with the first 2 bad snaps and then blew past them.
Strategic.
That's right. From the pistol, 1 man back. Got our slot backs. 1st and 10. Here we go.
Nice snap.
Nice snap. To the running back,
Gone.
back to number 10, Oak Tree.
Oh,
And
solid shot.
nice little run there. Picks up about a good 4 yards. Sets up a 2nd and 6 right about the 49-yard line.
it's nice little contact there.
It's a lot of running. Kicking and passing at Adam is pretty rare, and
Right.
you get sometimes there's coaches, or one of our Pee Wee coaches just kept passing, losing the games. He just every single quarter he's thrown that ball 3-4 times.
It's
and
a lot to ask.
God love him.
It's a lot to ask kids this age. Throwing mechanics are a hard thing to master, and it does take time.
And the mistake that a lot of coaches make, of course, in passing, they see the kid with the great arm. Oh, he's got to be quarterback. But
Yeah.
if you don't have the accuracy, you're better off to get a wobbler,
Right.
throwing a medicine balls that can nail the receiver
Yeah.
rather than somebody who can throw a perfect spiral, right? So
Yeah.
that's a lesson coaches got to learn. There's snap, back
out.
to
Keeps
it himself,
Got the
cuts to
corner.
the outside.
He's got the
He's
corner.
got some room. Just a few men to beat. Number 61 cuts in.
Oh.
Boom. Nice. Gets to the 25-yard line.
Oh, he knows it too. Look at these celebrations; are great.
And he's in a little bit of pain. I think we're going to have a trainer come out. The players will be taking a knee on that. And, of course, that was a quarterback keeper, number 61, Musa, the Man of Steel, Khan, I believe. That's your brother? There you go. He took a good beating right there, and he'll be up in a couple of minutes. So
That's the one thing I think a learning curve for young athletes, particularly in football, to learn is that ability to have that spatial focus and have your head on a swivel. When you cut back in, a lot of times I know with the young athletes, they have their eyes on what they want to see. And you got to start learning that sort of knowing your surroundings and understanding where you're at when you're changing directions, because those big hits can come.
Yeah.
And they hit you bigger when you don't know that they're coming,
Yeah.
right?
A little bit of a blind side. And also with Adam, too. I mean, a lot of kids, this is their first-year contact.
Right.
And it's just getting used to the contact.
Yeah, and that's part of it, though, getting used to the contact and getting used to feeling what's around you while you're already kind of worried about the contact, but still having that sense of mind to, know your surroundings and have your head on a swivel, because everything's telling you to just look at where you want to go.
Right.
But you also have to be aware of what's happening around you at the same time. And that takes time. It takes years.
Oh, I'm sure. Undoubtedly. When you get to junior bantam, when the hits are coming that much faster and harder, I think that's when that.
Everything speeds up, so
Yeah.
also your processing has to.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, offside.
Offside. Whoops. Got number 10 at quarterback. That's Oakland the Oak Tree. Number 77 in the backfield, Denver the Bronco Adam. And, of course, number 61, Musa the Man of Steel Khan.
So does everybody have a nickname?
I started doing, when I first started announcing.
Everybody? Coaches, too?
No, coaches don't get them. I have to tip my hat. That's when I started announcing, my son was an Adam. I gave everybody a nickname, and it just sort of spread
That's
from
good.
there. So
That's
yeah.
great.
You know what? It's just part of the fun. Well,
Yeah.
everything we do here, we do for the kids.
Yeah.
And for us with Chilliwack, it's never about winning. It's about a really fun, positive experience for all the kids. If you give a kid a nickname, they just love it.
I
It's
feel
just-
special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's your handoff. Number 77 getting out of the backfield, hauled down. Nice bit of tackling there by Mission. And that'll set up a 2nd and still kind of long.
Yeah, there was nowhere to go there.
7 and about 8, I'm going to say. 7 about 7, and we're sitting around the 26, 27-yard line. 23, 24-yard line. But as we saw on that opening drive for Chilliwack, one good snap and one good opening, and that sucker's in the end zone. So let's not write anybody off yet.
Nope. It happens fast here.
How did you, when you first got hit, do you remember your first big hit, getting hit?
I do not remember my first one, but there's a handful, luckily, that I do remember, only a handful, where it took the wind out and it made me aware.
Number 77 in the handoff. He cuts right. He's got some room on the outside. Can he stay in bounds?
Wow,
He
cut it
cuts
back
in.
Got the first down.
And that's probably enough for a first down. And Chilliwack rolls down the field. Denver, the Bronco Adam, taking that handoff and wasting no time, getting a very precious first down as Chilliwack enters the red zone.
I think there's a funny learning curve in football where you said at this age they have to learn to be ready for the contact and take the hit, and then you got to get past that because you can't let that be on your mind.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, though, it reminds you that this is football and you do get hit hard.
It hurts. And it looks like we have a 1st and 10 at about the 7-yard line. So a 1st and 10, Chilliwack pressing for their second major of the game. The mere 3:20 left on the clock for the first opening quarter.
Tight here.
Here we go. From the shotgun, one man back. Slot back's ready. Can they get lucky on that opening snap? There it is. Quarterback keeper cuts in. Broke a couple of tackles. Probably picked up a yard or two at the absolute most.
Positive play.
Positive play sets up a second, and I'm going to say second and goal at about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, good shape.
Not bad.
Notice now, too, you see that the snaps are all solid.
Yeah.
Consistently getting that first couple snap jitters out of the way. It looks good.
It's amazing when you first start watching how clean some of these snaps are for some of these kids.
Look, I've put one 10-foot over quarterback's head at the pro level, so
Oh.
I would never fault anyone for having a faulty snap. It's not as easy as you would think it
No.
is. And you got a big old player in front of you trying to run right past you or right through you. It is not an easy thing to do.
I'd say on the offense, from what I've observed, that center is probably the most crucial position on the offense. If you can't get that
I'll take that. Hey, yeah.
There's
oh,
a
there
snap.
it goes. There's a tough one right there.
Dead ball.
You know, it probably requires the most multiple tasking. I mean, you look at positions, at particularly the pro level, a left tackle, probably the hardest physically demanding position because you're probably blocking the defensive team's best pass rusher, and that's
Right.
the guy that's coming after the quarterback. So you have to be someone, and you rarely get help out there at left tackle. You're
Yeah.
all on your own. You know, your guards are usually your big, powerful guys that can just drive people out of the way. So every spot has its unique challenge, and it requires its unique talents to be able to do it that are specific to that needs. And center just happens to be one that, you know, physically you have to do your job, but you also have that kind of cerebral responsibility of being able to see things and read things.
Read the defense, yeah.
And then communicate it, right? Communication skills and whatnot, which part I really enjoyed.
Here we go. 3rd and about 11 from the pistol.
Oh, looked like they were
Nope.
offside, no?
Yep.
Yeah.
We got a procedure call or an offside call here. It's hard to tell. Somebody flinches.
They're giving it an offense. No, I think it is
We'll see.
procedure, yeah.
Yeah, it's against procedure against the offense. The good news for Chilliwack, if they do 3 and out here, they don't give Mission very good field position. They got a long march back to the end zone, and we got about 2 minutes to go in the old first quarter here.
This has been solid, though. Both so far, what, two series, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Normally, I've come watch Adam games where it's played out between the two 50-yard lines, and I'm
Yeah.
not joking.
No one gets into the
No-
proverbial red zone or
one-
anything. No one
one-
gets past the middle zone.
You get 1 touchdown for the entire game and the rest of it. So this is actually kind of a fun game. We're seeing a lot here.
Well, the weather's good, too, right?
Yeah.
You don't have this wet ball or rain or anything. That makes things much easier for snaps and ball handling. And
And there's the snap in the backfield. Can he
He's
get
through.
past? He's got an opening, and that's not enough for, well, obviously not. It was 1st and goal, so it's a turnover and downs at about the 10-yard line. And Mission will take over deep in their own end with a long march, and we have an injured player, so let's take a knee.
so does punting at this age require the long snap?
You don't see a lot of punting.
So everyone just goes for it in 3rd and whatever,
Yeah,
no matter
yeah,
where you are.
Yeah. Coaches don't.
Would it
tend to
require a
punt.
snap?
Yes.
You would snap to deep
You would have to
it?
snap it,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Well, that in itself, forget the punt. That in itself is a challenge.
Yeah. They tend to go for it. The problem is the kids, if they can punt, it's probably going to go about 10 yards.
So there's no real point.
Yeah, there's no real point of it.
I mean, the challenge, you got to get the ball to the kicker in the first place, and they would already 5-7 yards in the
Yeah.
it would be kind of meaningless.
It would be good because even, the really good coaches at this level don't care about the score, and they cycle kids out. They give equal playing time for
And
everybody.
you're trying to develop all the skills.
You're
of
trying to
football.
develop the skills, right? You're not worried about
Universal skills. So you
Precisely.
need some kicking. You need to get
winning.
everything
Exactly, but very few. I don't think I've ever seen a punt at the Adam level.
right. Okay.
We had a kid on our Pee Wee team last year that just could kick a ton. I mean, he had a foot of dynamite. And I've seen him push it almost 50, 60 yards on a good bounce.
Come on,
I'm
really?
not kidding. I'm
Wow.
not kidding. He nailed it. Our last Friday night light game, we were at about the 50-yard line. He put it at the 10. Took a bounce and just kept rolling.
Wow.
It was great.
Wow.
Micah Young, the stick of dynamite.
Stick of dynamite. Thunderfoot.
Thunderfoot. The golden boot. My son Ben played, and he came from soccer. Can actually kick it pretty good. So he used to say
Cook it.
kick it pretty good. So they used to say bend it like Benjamin. All right.
Here we go.
Mission Niners, 1st and 10, deep in their own zone, about the 12-yard line. Hand off in the backfield. Cuts to the outside. He's got some room. Are they going to bring him down?
got
And
him.
haul down. Picks up a big first down all the way to the 35-yard line on the opening snap. So good on Mission, making up some yardage and marching that ball up the field.
Yeah, it seems you're right. You said at the get-go, you watch a lot of plays end up being outside sweeps, and they're trying to get outside of everything. And if you can get that, you have a good shot at gaining some pretty good real estate.
You keep it simple, and it's just very rudimentary skill level right now.
Yep.
So you got to teach the blocking. You got to teach how to get the ball around. You can't get too cute with Statue of Liberties and all that kind of stuff. Flag, you get to goof around a bit more because it's there's just a few kids on the field and
More space.
yeah, more space.
Here's the thing. So you're running sweeps to get away from all the cluster here.
Yeah.
Get some space.
Well, it looks like we got a pass.
Whoa!
He's got a man.
Whoa!
Catches man. Big number 85.
That's their kicker.
Look at him go. Is he going to get him? They going to get him?
Holy.
No. All
Whoa.
the way. What a pass. What a catch. What a run into the end zone.
Wow.
Adam Football. Look at that. 6 more points on the board for the Niners.
I think that's their kicker.
That
That's
was
their
their
big
kicker.
boy.
That was number
He
85.
can run, too.
Absolutely superb. Braden Woods
Wow.
from Mission
Wow.
just lighting the lamp. And we have an injured player. Someone's got an owie.
Look at this. Nice throw. Like you said, at this level, you just want to put it soft and make it easy to catch. You want an easy ball.
And it's tough because traditionally with the receiver, you want the receiver moving. So you got to hit a moving target.
Yeah.
But he had a man open.
Wide open.
Yeah, and Fred
He's got some
Cunningham,
wheels.
God love him. He threw the ball. You don't see a lot of passing in Adam Football, and that's a real treat to see not just a pass but a reception and a touchdown. So Fred Cunningham has been doing this for about 20 years in Mission, and he loves coaching Adam Football. And he has some great teams, and he has some not so great teams, and he doesn't care, and he totally gets it. So
That's what it's about.
he's a gentleman of the Valley Community Football League, a very
That's
admired
great.
man. Yeah. All righty. 14-7 Mission that quickly. And it looked like Chilliwack was pressing there, and they had a chance. They did turnover on downs.
They're going to kick again.
And big number 85, Braden Woods.
Mr. Everything. He's going to try to account for all the points on this play.
Let's hope that they can share the wealth a little bit here. But no, that was a very good play, and they've got it. He's got the stance, man. Look at those feet.
Oh, he knows what he's doing. Look at that.
The stutter nails it. Beautiful. Another 2-point PAT.
Counts
That's
for all 8 points.
16 points, yeah.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Look at that. Boom. Right through the uprights. 2 for 2. I've seen kids, like athletes, like you haven't believe, at junior bantam just snake bit on the PAT.
Sure.
And to see a kid that young nail 2 for 2.
Those were both boomers, too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was just getting those through.
No.
He was crushing those.
absolutely superb. Well, it's technique, right?
Yeah.
You set your feet, you get your stutter, and you put it through. So it's not easy to do. All the pressure's on you.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so Chilliwack will receive. Number 85 back to work. He's the workhorse of this team here.
It's like they're switching them here, right? Yeah, they're switching sides in the
Yeah,
quarter.
end of the quarter, so we're going to move around. But Vancouver Community College, any of your teammates ever make it to the CFL alongside with you?
Yes, not from my year, but within my kind of 3-year window.
Okay.
When I was in 10th grade, our center at the senior year, Brian Chu, ended up playing 14 years for the Alouettes.
Oh, okay.
There was a couple guys younger than me. Kevin Ivan, Peter Dykowski. We had probably about in about a 7-year window. There was probably 5 or 6 guys that
Nice.
played pro.
That's a good program. That's an
Yeah.
excellent school.
Yeah,
You get a really good education, and yeah, they do have some very good sports. Great basketball association.
very
as
good
well.
basketball. Yes.
Whoops!
What happened
Well,
there? Whoa.
look at that.
Oh,
Nice.
and
And
they'll be
that's a
on.
live ball.
They're offside.
Number 77 picks it up. They'll probably
Oh,
and he's still on his feet. Gets to the 45-yard line, and that's of course Denver the Bronco Adam.
Denver the Bronco. That's great. That's great.
Yoss the Boss Morey. They got some greats. Timmy the Titan.
You know what?
Bumby.
That's one thing. My entire career, I was never crowned with a nickname.
Really?
Well, not that I'm aware of. So that that there could have been. I'm just not aware of one.
I thought everybody's name got a.
Well,
an
they do.
IE
I
or
think
a
some
Y
just
in the
might
end
be
of it.
behind your back. I'm not sure, but
Reedy or Angie or no.
there was nothing that nothing that I know of. So
Sports nicknames for a long time were like totally creative. Like they put a lot of imagination.
if
into
you
it.
went way back in time, I mean,
Yeah.
they had the really good stuff,
yeah,
right?
and then all of a sudden,
White
everything-
shoes and Sugarfoot. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's great
Swervin'
stuff. Right?
Mervyn Fernandez
Oh,
and-
yeah. James Quick Parker was great. Yeah, they had some great stuff.
and then everything went IE or Y.
Yeah,
like Reedy.
that's just kind of lazy.
Yeah, it is. Like, where's the fun in that?
That's nothing. That's just taking a name and making it slang. That's not a nickname.
Right. Didn't count. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Chilliwack at the 50-yard line in their own zone. Let's see if they get some points on the board. They're currently down by 9 points after opening the scoring on the opening frame. Am I doing math right? No, I'm not. I can't do math. Yeah, 9 points. Right, yeah. I'm in broadcasting for a reason because I can't count. And we got a dead ball off a short snap. So that'll set up a second and about 12, sitting around our 47-yard line.
How are numbers for this age group relative to the last few years? Steady.
For
up,
Chilliwack,
down?
we've been actually very fortunate. We usually have about 3 teams, about 22 kids per team.
That's great.
And other associations usually have about 2 teams at least. And it's kids try it out at Adam, and if they like it, they come back. And there's a lot of things that go into it, right? I mean, do the parents like it? Did the kid handle getting hit? Did he get along with his teammate? The
It's
whole.
an experimental year for a lot of
It
them,
is.
too, right? Yeah.
It is. So, my son actually skipped his first year because he was worried about getting hurt. And then I convinced him to play again, and we've had a steady all the way to junior bantam. Number 10
Couldn't
cuts
quite
to
get
the
outside.
outside. And of course, that is Oakley, the Oak Tree Campbell, getting all the way to the 50-yard line and gets to the original line of scrimmage.
Might have an
And-
injury here.
And we have another injury. So they learn to shake it off. That's
a learning curve in itself, though, right?
At the Adam level, they get hurt and they want the trainer to come out, and they're little kids.
Yeah.
So
you got to remember that.
yeah, by Pee-wee, you start to notice they learn how to take a bit of a
Well,
beating.
and then you start deciphering between an owie and an injury.
Yeah,
And I get it. Right now, you don't know the difference. It just
No.
hurts.
yeah,
And that's part of a learning curve, too, is wow, did that hurt? Or, oh, do I think something's wrong?
yeah. And if you get hurt, you know what? You're this young. What the heck?
Oh, no.
Sit out a couple
Well, you
plays.
want to err on the side of caution, too.
Yeah.
And as you said, they naturally, you start seeing the change where people start realizing the difference.
All right. The oak tree's limping off a little bit, so he probably twisted a knee when he went down there. So he'll sit out a couple of plays. He'll be back. You know what? At Adam, they get injured. They call the trainer over it, but they're always right back in there.
The resiliency of a young body.
Yes.
Oh.
There was a kid named Jackson Harvey that played for us. His whole family played. There were about 6 kids in the family, even their sister. He went all the way through to midget. And I was talking to him about it. He goes, he was a big kid, big lineman, huge. And first year Adam, he rode to school. He had so many bruises on him that the teachers called home to make sure everything was okay.
Oh, wow.
They actually thought.
Wow.
So they, of course, the nicest family in the world, right? So the mom's like, no,
Just
he's
football.
just playing football.
Just football.
And him and his brother Emerson, Hudson. There's your snap. There's your throw.
Oh.
He's got a man right off the numbers. Couldn't corral it in. Good coverage by the defense.
Yeah.
The secondary came right in there.
Good throw, too.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was right there.
And the tough thing at Adam is how do you get the kids to keep moving to catch catching a ball
Yeah.
over their heads, right?
But as you said, you got to start learning the skill somewhere.
Yeah.
So you got to start at something.
Yeah. And one of the things that I find a bit distracting is they'll throw the ball a couple of times in the first. If they're not successful, they'll stop.
Yeah.
And I like to see the coaches, and there's a lot of coaches in this league that they just keep throwing it. And they intercept, and they drop the ball, and it's 3rd and out, and they lose a chance to score or whatever, and they don't care. Because they know next season they're going to get that much better and have that much more confidence, and it really develops the passing game. And we find that our spring flag does wonders for throwing because you
Yeah.
have fewer kids, and you take that chance, right?
Well, and listen, that psychology doesn't end even at the pro level. You got coaches that'll go to something and it doesn't work. If they keep going to it, it gives any player at any level that confidence that they believe that this is going to work and
Yeah.
they believe in you. And if they don't go back to it, I'm telling you, at the pro level, you feel it going, they have no belief in us.
Yeah.
And that's all the way through. So it's nice to see coaches that stick with things and go, good, we think you can do this. We believe in you.
Yeah.
They're going under here, no?
Oh, they're
Yeah.
setting up.
They're going under center. Reverse.
Oh, live ball in the backfield.
So is that a big change up then for them to go under center? In
Yeah.
This league? You don't see it very often, do you?
No. And that's Adam Ball. So I guess and second and about 13 for Mission, sitting at their own 53-yard line. You got to forgive me. You and I were chatting, and I kind of missed the play. All right. Here we go. Second and 13, Mission's ball on the offensive 53-yard line. Ready to roll. A beautiful night for football.
Yeah, they're
in
going under
Fraser
center.
Valley.
They're going under center again.
Yeah. Oh, direct. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Direct, not a pistol snap.
Yeah.
Wow.
And number 6.
Whoa,
Look at him move.
oh.
Nice shoulder.
Oh.
He's spinning around, still on his feet.
Oh, he lowered
Picked
the
up.
boom.
Picked up some good yardage on that. Number 6 for Mission, Isaiah Hill Ascends. And that kid's got some good feet and does not shy away from the rough stuff.
No,
Look at
that's some
this.
aggressive running right there.
Drops the shoulder.
You know, and that's the hardest thing to teach someone young is to go into contact.
Yeah.
Most people brace on contact at a young age. To learn to give force through contact, that's partially instinctual. It's tough to teach, and that's impressive at this age to see someone know how to do that.
A lot of times they'll do cover 40 some odd yards laterally and 2 yards north-south.
Yeah.
All right, number 3 cuts to the outside. He's got some room. Look at the wheels. They going to
Wow.
grab him. Looks like he's on his way to the end zone. I don't think he's going to get touched. Touchdown, Mission. Jackson Tennant.
Gone.
Look at that. And Fred Cunningham opens up the scoring with now 3 different kids scoring a touchdown. Big number 85's got the PAT locked up, but it's been 3 touchdowns, 3 different kids, and the Mission Niners are just rolling here tonight on a beautiful night in Townsend Park in Chilliwack. Thank you for joining us. Tim Amy, Chilliwack CANEX Masonry and Landscaping Friday Night Lights, with our special guest, Mr. Angus Reid, CFL veteran, longtime BC Lion. Here comes your boy, number big 85, Braden Woods on the PAT. I bet he's going 3 for 3 tonight.
Oh, yeah. Nothing stopping this
Hiking
guy.
up the pants.
I mean, he's got the stance. He's got the stutter step. Bang.
Nails it again.
No question. No doubt about it.
That foot is gold,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I'm
he
calling
knows
Wally Buono. What's his number? I'm going to send him a text. Get him on the special teams camp. How important were special teams in terms of winning the 2 championships that you took?
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
We bringing in 2006 was really big because we were struggling in our kicking game in 04 and 05, and we brought Paul McCallum in,
Okay.
brought him back, I guess, home, and it changed everything for us to be able to have that reliability, that confidence that you can gain points pretty much anywhere inside the 50. It
Yeah.
just changed your whole mindset of an offense that you understood when you were inside a certain area, you were getting points no matter what.
Yeah.
And when you're not sure of that, it really changes your psychology, it changes your play calling, and it just changes your confidence as an offense. And knowing you had a guy like Paul that you got us here, we'd get points.
Yeah.
Let us really become aggressive at going for the score because you knew you had the 3.
Nice.
And that changes a lot.
Nice. How sweet was it on that first championship?
It was great. I mean, 06 was great because in 04 we lost
Right.
in the Grey Cup, and then 05 we blew leading the West Final. So 06 was really getting a monkey off our back, kind of going, are we ever going to be able to do this? We had
Yeah.
a great team, and it was, wow, when we won it, you could tell the sort of almost relief of, we finally did it after 2-3 years of supposed to being able to do it.
There's your kick. Takes a good bounce. Number 10 picks it up for Chilliwack, cuts to the outside on his feet.
Oh, aggressive.
Hauled down by a couple of nice little bit of tackling there.
There's some big tackling here tonight.
Number 10, Oakley, the Oak Tree Campbell.
Oak Tree's down again.
He's taken a beating. I mean, he's held that ball a lot tonight.
Yeah.
And those are 2 good tackles, 2 good tacklers nailing him at the same time. And
Yeah, been some big contact tonight.
they're not messing around. Mission came to play. They crossed that bridge. They don't want to go back without the W.
Oak Tree might have a sore Saturday morning here.
They'll be sitting in the old ice bath, getting the liniment
I tell you, that was. People may think it's crazy, but that's. That was one of the things I very much enjoyed of football. I love those ice tubs.
Really?
I'd sit there for 20 minutes. Like,
How do you not get hypothermia? Like,
I
it's
loved
just
it.
Like
It was
it's
one of those
submerged.
weird things that I thoroughly enjoyed, going to the
Ice
ice
up.
tub and sitting there 20 minutes after fact. You know, guys would go for a minute and a half and freak out. I could
Right.
just sit there and go, it was enjoyable for me. I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
That's a lineman thing, I think. I don't know. When
I
you're-
did
when
the
you're
polar
300
bear.
pounds-
I did the polar bear swim in Deep Cove once, and I literally had this tingling sensation in my skin for about 3-4 days afterwards. It was the weirdest
Yeah, that's
thing.
mild hypothermia. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I took a nice long hot shower after that experience. That was a long car ride home. Okay. Chilliwack's ball, 1st and 10, sitting at their own 43-yard line. 24-7, Mission Niners. Chilliwack opened up the scoring on a great run. They were down 3 and very long, and they punched it through, and it's been all Mission ever since. Let's see if Chilliwack can get some points on the board. Going for the long snap. I would call that a shotgun.
I would, yes.
Not quite pistol. Good snap. Got it to his man. He's cutting to the outside. 77. Can he get the first down? He's got it. Can he get more?
Oh, good
Nice.
contact.
Look at this guy.
Woo!
Rolls right into the fence. I like the way he dropped that shoulder. He
Yeah.
saw 2 guys coming. He just braced himself and didn't give up.
Look at that. That was some good contact right there. Everyone bounced back up, too.
It's Halloween tonight, so we've got a bunch of whole cheer squads dressed up.
Here you got some good costumes out here tonight.
And the kids are getting candy bags, too. They set up candy bags for all the kids, sort of a
That's
trick-or-treating experience.
Good
So
little crowd tonight. It's good to see so many people out. I mean, the weather's great, too, this late in October. This is fantastic.
it's nice. It's their 25th anniversary this season. And for our opening Friday Night Lights game back in September, as the junior bantam teams, the 2 Chilliwack junior bantam teams playing, we had a good 400 people here.
Wow.
We had bouncy castles. We had food trucks. I mean, it was an
Oh,
event.
wow.
And it was a great game, too.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, lead changed
Hey.
hands, and
What
here
a-
we go.
What a great way for communities to come together.
1st and 10. 53-yard line, pardon me, and we got an offside or a procedure.
It's going to be procedure, I think.
Somebody flinched. Somebody blinked. How do you draw a guy offside? That's the center. What'd you do?
Well, I did that fine line of where I'm communicating, moving my body, and actually flinching with it a little bit too quick. And there's a fine line between being able to move your arms and talk
Yeah.
and moving them in a gesture that looks like you're starting a play. Now, I can tell you what defensive linemen have done that were tricks that are not considered
Ethical?
we'll do it after, yeah.
Gentlemanly?
You know, they'll spit on your hands and they'll
Oh,
say
yeah.
all kinds of stuff, right? And
Here we go. Good snap to the backfield. 77. Looking for an opening. Cuts through. Got some room. And he picked up a few yards there. And that is now 2nd and about 5 at the 51-yard line. And TJ Bumby's team, of course, that was Denver the Bronco Adam on that carry, is starting to move that ball a bit, eating up a bit of clock time.
that's good to see.
And I think they've had a bit of a tough season. You guys have a bit of a tough season? Ofer, and you got a touchdown tonight. First touchdown of the season. That's a sweet feeling, so good on them. My son's Pee Wee team last year did not win a single game. We did not score a single touchdown all season.
That's tough.
We got 1 touchdown and got called back because it was an ineligible man touching the ball. Yeah.
No, that's tough.
Our old lineman, Talker. Oh, gosh, what's his Talker's first name? The Torch.
Torch.
Got fed up and just punched through that D line, grabbed that ball in the punt, and just charged forward. And the whole team almost left the bench, and it was called back, but they didn't care.
Oh, here we go.
There's a ball. Got a man.
He's got
Number
it.
20.
He's got it.
Keep going,
Go,
buddy. Don't
go,
stop.
Go
He's got
forward.
it. Nice catch.
That's
Number
nice.
20.
Nice.
Peyton, the Savage Barakoff,
The Savage. Big catch. Well done.
gets to the 40-yard line in the offensive zone. A little hesitant. He caught the ball, got a little
I don't think he
hesitant.
knew what to do when he
No.
got it. He just got running. Go.
Suddenly he's going to get tackled. Got a little nerve there, but he caught that ball. He
Perfect
got that
throw
first down.
right there. Throw was perfect.
Yeah, he slowed down a bit.
Now just keep going.
Could have picked up a few more, but
It's
hey,
all right. We got the first. We're moving.
Yep. That's the key.
okay.
Get that first down.
And get that confidence too, right?
Yeah.
You get a couple receptions. That goes a long way.
Nice. All right. Good on. I like to see we've had 2 passes tonight. Both have been successful, and I like to see that at Adam football. From the pistol, 1 man back. Slot back's ready to move. There's the snap. It's good. He's dropping back. Looks like he wants to pass. We got a live ball.
Uh-oh.
And that could be a turnover going the other way.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Mission ball. That's tough. He looks like he cocked back. He wanted to throw it, and they sort of bumped into it. He bumped into his tailback, and that kind of threw him off a bit, and the pass just wasn't complete. So a turnover for on Chilliwack for Mission. Ball's going the other way in 1st and 10 at about the 43-yard line. It's a bit of a heartbreaker for Chilliwack because they were moving that ball. It looks like they were marching towards the end zone.
Momentum, confidence, they were getting everything going.
Yep. The one thing I would lose it if I ever saw on this level would be a field goal attempt. Rather than 3 and out, just go for the field goal, right? But you have to have a kid that can kick. You always want that 6 points. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 field goal attempts up to about barely even at the bantam level. It's kind of weird. They just don't go for it. All right, direct snap. Number 6 dropping back. Looks like he's looking for a man.
Got him.
And hold down in the backfield. Number 77.
Great tackle.
Bronco hauling down number 6, the quarterback, Isaiah Hill-Lessenz.
Great tackle.
And I apologize to his family if I'm mispronouncing his last name. I forgot to get pronouncers for the game. Okay, well, that sets up a 2nd and about 11, sitting around the 42-yard line. Let's see if the Chilliwack defense can get that ball back. A 24-7 game with about 3 minutes to go. I haven't seen the 3-minute warning yet.
We're through it, though. Is that official time that's on the board or
no? It's not. No, it's not. We unfortunately, we're not linked.
Oh, is this official time here?
The official time's on the field.
On the field.
So we're doing what we can. Nice handoff. He's got some room on the outside. He's got 1 man to beat. He's going to dive. Can he do it? Throw the body down. Oh,
whoa, cuts it back inside.
He's got some room. Another cut, and he hauled down. That was a good tackle deep in the offensive zone, but it saved the touchdown.
Impressive running, though. Wow. Cut it back in and still got more yards.
Good moves. Nice tackle. Nice bit of running there. Mission's moving the ball beautifully tonight. They were just rolling. They wasted no time. Look at him cut in. And 1 man back, and God love me, did his job and hauled him down.
Yeah. It's always the goal, too, to force them back inside, and that's what Chilliwack was able to do. That saves the day.
Slowed him down. So the defense hasn't given up yet. 1st and 10, sitting about the 23-yard line. There's the snap. He's cutting to the outside again. Opposite side.
Easy.
He's got a blocker.
Nobody else.
And he's just going to saunter in, and that is
easy.
number 6, Isaiah Hill-Lessenz, with yet another touchdown that gives Mission 30-7 over the Adam Red Giants. Well, they got a touchdown, so they've had a fun season. It's it's the little things, right?
No, you know what? You're 100% right, and I guarantee you they will remember this touchdown they've gotten tonight forever.
One of our coaches from a long, long time who played for the University of Manitoba, actually, Mike Kelly, told a story when he's coaching his kids' Adam team. They got creamed. It's creamed. So, of course, you got to stay positive, right? Mm-hmm. So he's after the game, they get the kids huddled around. It's like, okay, you guys did great. Got a lot of first downs out there. Really good energy. Hand goes up. Question: did we win? No. Was he wide?
Didn't make it.
Number 85.
Missed
Shanked
his first.
Well, that's okay. They got a 30-7 lead. It's the first one he's missed all game, and he's just been lighting it up. So I guess we can forgive him for that. And that is the end of our first half. We've got a Mission Niner 30-7 lead over our Chilliwack Adam. We'll see you in about another 10 minutes. Tim Amy, Angus Reid, CANEX Masonry and Landscaping, Friday Night Lights. See you in 10 minutes, folks.
What's your name?
Marley. Marley.
Okay, now you know what we're doing? We're doing the pizza shuffle. If you pick the right pizza, you get $10 off at Jim's Pizza. So, on the screen, there'll be 3 choices. You got to pick the right one. Okay. Get ready. Pick the one. All right, pick which one.
The middle. The middle. 2.
Looks like we picked number 2. Oh, sorry. It was number 3. Good try, though. Okay.
Hey, everybody having a good time so far? Thank you very much for Mission coming all the way down. And just so if you haven't noticed, TELUS has set up a booth here for their fiber optic, and they're giving away free pumpkins. So if you haven't got your Halloween pumpkin yet, by all means, come on over. They'd love to see you. Thank you very much for TELUS for coming out this evening. Thanks for supporting community football.
And we're back. A little CANEX Masonry and Landscaping Friday Night Lights. Your host, Tim Amy, joined by none other than CFL legend, Mr.
Whoa.
Angus Reid. Center extraordinaire.
Okay. Now we're just killing time.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
13 seasons.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Was there ever a point where you're on the field and you're lining up and you stop and like, what am I doing here? Like,
Every night.
really?
No.
Like, how did I make it? Like,
You-
this is crazy.
No,
Like,
but there was moments, not during games because, you're just too focused on
Right.
the task. But, oh, sure, many times in my career, you'd stop and kind of pinch yourself going, wow, this is real. I'm actually doing this, what I grew up watching as a kid. And you kind of go, how? And then you got to get back to doing what you got to get doing. You don't spend too much time doing that, but now I've had time to be able to reflect and really let myself be proud of what I was able to
Yeah.
do and go, wow, what I did was kind of crazy. Like that's pretty impressive. But
when you win the championships, and I've heard this about, it doesn't sink in until a couple of years later. Is
yeah.
that true?
Yeah, I mean, 2006 and 2011 were different. 2006, I was in the meat of my career. 2011, I was near the very end of my career,
Right.
and we were 0-5 to start that season. So that was a whole craziness that year that we did the unbelievable, and I did it when I was past my expiry date, theoretically, the way you say it.
Fair
So
enough,
that would
yeah.
meant a lot to me, and
Nice.
hang on to it for different reasons.
Sweet. All right, we got your big number 85 here, your boy.
Yeah, Thunderfoot.
Braden
Here he
Woods.
is.
Thunderfoot.
Braden Thunderfoot Woods.
Gonna kill it. Nice kick.
Wow.
Look at that. Since Chilliwack scrambling back into their own end, 77's going to pick it up. Fights with his player, gets on his feet, hauled down at the 35-yard line.
That's a big kick.
That was the Bronco, Denver Adam. Grabs that kick, gets to the 35, first and 10 to the 35. Let's see if Chilliwack can get some more points on the board here.
How many teams are in this league? Eight teams? That's good.
And now, does everybody have more than one team per association? No. We have 3, right? Abbotsford's got 2, right? Meadow Ridge probably has 2,
Okay.
and we have 3. So that'd be a 2, 2, 1, and 3, 8. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let's see what they can do here. They're keeping with the same formation. They got the pistol going. They got one man back. Got their wide receivers poised. Let's see if they can mix things up and get that opening and just get to that end zone.
He's got to get to the outside here, it seems. Hey, then give yourself a chance to
As you
get that corner and go.
18 inches of daylight, all these kids need, and they can
Yeah.
get into the end zone. So here we go. Now how's the snap? Anticipation. It's killing me. Here we go.
Long count.
Oh, somebody jumped,
no.
somebody jumped. All right. See how quick that defense got in there?
Yeah. I tell you, there was nothing more I hated than when we did the long counts, and we were there for a long time. I think offensive linemen and offensive players in general always love that quick count where,
Right.
it'd be on first sound or on second sound, and you just get it going. Sitting there for a long time, it just was never fun.
Seconds feels like
Well,
hours.
yeah, your body and mind's all ready to go, and then you got to kind of hold it.
beads
hold
of sweat
it,
coming down
yeah.
your back. Oh, yeah.
And the defense is trying to mess with you and get you all out of your funk and you just want to snap the ball and go, but you're waiting and you're waiting. I never liked it. I like to just get up the line and let's go.
All right. Here we go. 5-yard penalty at the first down, 40-yard line. There's
There
the
we go.
snap.
Good snap.
There's the handoff. No, he keeps it himself.
to the
Cuts
outside.
around.
He's
Number
got it.
61. He's
Got
got
the
some
corner.
room. Can he do it? Can he go?
Whoa.
Stops.
Whoa.
Oh, he blew a tire, but gets all the way to the 54-yard line. So good on him. First down, and he's in the offensive zone.
I got to that corner.
Number 61 grabs that ball. Musa, the man of steel, Khan, and showed some good feet and some good moves, but he put on the brakes, tried to cut in, and just fell to his knees. So
All right, got that first down. It's okay.
that's it. That's all you need to ask.
Past center field, midfield here.
He's in the offensive zone. Can't ask for much more than that.
No.
Well, they put on a good game. I mean, Chilliwack's down by 23 points, but it's not like they haven't been in it.
No, they've moved the ball well.
Yeah.
They have been able to move the
Yeah.
ball up and down the field.
And sometimes
It's been
maybe
a fun game to watch. There's been a lot of big plays on both ends of both sides.
2 passes, both
Yeah.
complete. That's my favorite part. We got big number 85 with his Thunderfoot, just putting it through the uprights.
Yeah.
Here we go. One man back. Keeping the formation. There's the snap. Good snap.
Oh,
just-
bobbled it.
Covered by Musa Khan.
It looks like he moved just a little too quick. He thought he had it, and he didn't.
And that's another big learning curve. You got to, you have to learn to look the ball into your hands and secure it before you get moving forward. And sometimes it's that split second of transferring your eyes to what you're doing before you secure the ball. And I'm sure you see it a lot at this age. You see it a lot all the way through. Even at the pro level, you'll get a receiver that forgets to secure the ball before their eyes turn downfield to where they want to go, and a simple catch becomes a drop that shouldn't have been. Little things, right?
Yep. Patience.
Yeah.
There we go. Back to the shotgun. One man back. They're keeping the same formation. They're not mixing it up. Looks like he's going to drop back to pass. He's got his boy.
There it goes. Oh!
He had number 3, Ryland, the tackle hunter Yankee, and he had it.
If you look again quickly, too, it looks like he might have turned his head before he secured the ball one more time.
He saw the opposition
It
coming.
was right here, and you have it, and the head turned before the ball was secured. And again, that's
nerves.
just something you learn. You just got to learn that to get that ball secure before your eyes and mind go to the next thing.
Well, think of the nerves on the
Oh,
little
yeah.
kid waiting for that ball to
You know
land.
you're gonna get. You know bodies are coming hard to hit you, right?
It's like, hurry up, hurry up,
Yeah.
hurry up. Yeah. So there you go. Your first pro game, which one was it?
My first pro game that I got into, we were in Hamilton, and I was a backup, and the Hall of Famer Jamie Terrace got hurt, and I had to come in, mid-second quarter, and that was crazy because, you do all these warm-ups and get ready for the game, but when you're standing on the sideline, just standing there, and the next play you're in the huddle, all of a sudden you got to go, and there's no mental preparation, no physical preparation, off you go. And it's a funny story because I played well that game, but we went down to the final play of the game. The Hall of Famer Damon Allen was our quarterback, and we were trying to win the game on the last play. And I thought Damon was under center, but he was in shotgun. I didn't know that. And my mind was going crazy because I was young, and I snapped it hard like he was under there, and the ball went 20 feet in the air over him, and we lost the game. And there I'm going, my career's over.
Oh.
My career is over, and he came up, and I thought he was going to chew me out in the locker room, and he said, you know what? Heck of a game, rookie. You're going to have a great career. And I thought, wow, that was really special
Wow.
to say that because I just blew this game and,
Yeah.
and screwed it up. But
I've got his bobblehead. That's the closest I've ever got to him. Handoff. Number 10. He threw the O-line, and he picks up a couple of yards there, gets to about the 49-yard line.
The Oak Tree Campbell.
But that was turnover on downs. That was third down, so Mission will take over at their own 50-yard line.
Offense, sorry.
So they moved the ball. They got a couple of tough breaks.
yeah, good confidence building though. You are right. They
Yeah.
have been moving the ball all night. So
Yeah.
I don't think the scoreboard reflects the excitement and the ability to do things on both sides of both
No.
teams tonight, which has been an enjoyable game to watch.
Well, that's the thing. You know it better than anybody. You can lose a football game in 3-4 plays.
Yes.
And, they get 3-4 plays where they just get on that outside, they get to the end zone. And, Chilliwack's, it's a good team. Like, they've done some good tackling. They've taken some good hits. They've thrown the ball. They've run the ball. And it's just they can't get past that red zone. And you know what? Develop the kids. Like, make sure they're having fun. Everybody gets a hand on the ball. Everybody gets a chance to run it. And then that ensures all of them come back next season. And that's the success of Adam football.
Yeah, I think the
Its
goal is
return.
to see the energy be just as high at the end of the game as it is the beginning, no matter
Yeah.
what the scoreboard is, right?
Yeah. Here we go. Mission in the backfield. And
Why is it something plays dead? I'm not sure what happened
I
here.
don't see a flag anywhere.
No.
Kids look a little confused.
I just see everybody sort of stopped playing. I don't know what happened.
All right. I'm sure they'll somebody call a timeout. Maybe they called a timeout. Or somebody get hurt?
They take a knee when someone's hurt, though, right?
Yeah.
But I don't see anybody. Oh, maybe number 25, is that right?
Looks like you maybe got an owie. Yeah. That was kind of odd because the play was going.
And then it stopped. Yeah.
Okay, no big deal.
Round of applause, everyone.
Looks like we're all right.
The funny thing is I do the games here, and I announce for the Valley Huskers, which is the BC junior team across the road. And whenever I'm announcing, it's on a Saturday, we know Friday Night Lights, when someone gets injured, I always say, make sure you take a knee, boys, take a knee. So then I'm doing the games over there, and I start telling everybody to take a knee. And Wayne comes up to me. He's like, stop telling them to take a knee. They don't take a knee at this level. I'm like, well, they're all kneeling down. He's like, yeah, I know, because you keep telling them to take a knee. I said, well, somebody's injured. Like, what difference does it make? It's like, stop. So then I don't say it, and sure enough, a bunch of guys take a knee. So I'm like, hey, see that? All right, here we go. Cuts to the outside. He's got the knee on arm pad. Number 52 cuts in. He's got some wheels. Haul down. Nice. Nice bit of running.
That was some great running right there.
Cole Thon. King Cole. Nice bit of running there. And I liked what Fred Cunningham, we have another injured player, and it seems like Chilliwack's taking the brunt of this game tonight. Fred Cunningham, who, so I said, is a longtime Adam coach with Mission, is giving all his kids a chance to hold the ball. You've noticed
That's great.
He's spreading out that offense.
Yeah,
And
giving them all those memories, right? And, I know everybody, every position is different and has its own abilities, but in the end, everybody loves to hold the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loves an opportunity to run with the ball, right?
And part of the trouble you run into, especially at Adam, because you get new coaches, and they're not used to it. They have one hotshot kid, and they give him the ball every single time. And it's one kid scoring 5 touchdowns. And it's not, they're new at it, so they think you've got to win, right? Because that's how you're programmed.
And they think they're giving kids great experience by winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like the quarterback hangs on to it. There's a flag down. He pumped it. Number 6, still on his feet, cuts in.
Whoa,
He's moving
look
laterally.
at this moves.
He's still holding on to that
this.
ball. Look at the blocks he's getting.
He's going to walk in.
And he's in the end zone.
Wow, what a run.
No, they haven't signaled a touchdown.
Flag
because
way
there was a
back
flag
here.
Way back,
way back at the line of scrimmage.
So I'm going to guess there was a hold.
It looks like the vicinity of a holding play.
Yeah.
And that was the worst feeling ever when, as a lineman, you'd see the running back go past you and you'd read the back of their name all the way, and at the corner of your eye, you'd see the laundry on the field, and you knew.
Yeah.
And so half the stadium's cheering because they think it's a touchdown, but you already know.
Yeah.
And the heart sinks, and you're going, I know it was me too. That's the worst feeling in the world. When you know it, before it's been announced, before the blame has been pointed, you already know.
All right. How are they going to mark it here? It's not a touchdown. They waved the flag off? To who? Oh, okay. It would have been Chilliwack got the hold? Oh, okay. They waved off the flag. So they're counting as a touchdown. And they're going back to the PAT and your old man Thunderfoot. Looks like they've called the timeout. Here comes Fred.
Timeout for Mission.
Mission's calling a timeout. The tough thing here is that you get a lot of.
Give a round of applause for our cheerleaders tonight. Are out here all nice.
There's our cheer squad.
Yeah, they got the Halloween gear on. That's great.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's Ashley Rogers there in the safety gear, and her mom's a flagger. So that's her
Okay.
mom's work gear. She got.
That's great.
That's cute. She's the senior girl now.
Make sure everyone tries.
She's 13 or 14, and she's been doing this since she was about 8 or 9.
And what would the youngest ones be? There's some really young looking.
Yeah,
there's some
they
serious-
got probably brothers.
7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
They
fantastic.
probably got brothers playing flag.
Yeah, it's a whole
And-
family affair. Get
Yeah.
everybody involved. That's great.
Yeah, and the moms come out and they volunteer and they help out and they get the cheer swag. It's a blast.
Everybody's in.
Okay, they're only going for one this time. And
No, that's tight. I mean, just short. Just short.
Just short. I think that's what Fred was telling his team. Let's just sort of not go for 2 points anymore.
Yeah, you're not trying to.
We have a
what's the point
comfortable
of
lead
gaining
here.
points here?
It's a tough thing because you can really run up scores. And how do you tell your team to back off?
Well, in particular,
You know what I mean?
at this level, you're right because you're running very basic plays, so it's not like you can revert to basic plays.
No.
Where at the higher levels, you can revert to basic plays and
No.
usually get basic results, but you hear that it is just basic plays, but you break that first line.
And you have a
You don't-
starter. So
yeah, and you're not going to tell a
kid.
kid not to. Yeah, you're right. You
Yeah.
got a second stringer, and he's got a chance to run a daylight.
Right.
Why would you take that away from him,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's where it comes down to an understanding between teams. You're not running up the score. You're just running a play.
Yeah.
You can't fault a kid for trying their hardest because that's
No.
what you're always trying to teach them, right?
What drives a lot of people in this association a bit crazy when you're up by 36 points and there's a minute left to go, and the opposing coach puts his best player in the backfield.
Yeah, I mean
And,
that's
yeah.
there's no need for that.
Yeah.
You know, you adapt and rotate the personnel accordingly, and in doing so, you should be encouraging your players to play as good as they can because you have players in there that might not have had an opportunity if it was a closer game, and let
Yeah.
them give all
Yeah.
they have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're here to do.
Okay, so we're not kicking off for this touchdown. They're just going to start at the 45-yard line, and the coaches have that option. So obviously they exercised it. Chilliwack's ball, their own 45. We're into the third quarter, about 5 minutes in. CANEX Masonry and Landscaping Friday Night Lights. Tim Amy with Angus Reid, ChilliwackGiants.com. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful evening in the Fraser Valley. We've had some wet, windy, awful nights. And tonight is just, for our final broadcast, it's just beautiful. So we're really lucked out.
Amazing weather for this late in the year.
Yeah, and we're going direct snap right from the underneath the center. I'm going to keep that. Number 10 in the backfield, got swarmed by Niners, and got back to about the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, under center. That's what you want.
That's that. And we got another injured Giant. The Giants are falling tonight. They're having a heck of a time staying healthy here. They don't have a big bench. If you look over at Mission, they've got a lot of players.
I was gonna say that.
They've only got about 17 kids
a
tonight.
little
They had
light
few-
on the
Yeah.
Chilliwack side
A
here.
few kids just couldn't make it, so there were about 17 kids, I think, tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, 17. They're missing 3 players, so kids are taking a bit of a beating, but they're warriors, and they always bounce back.
Round of applause.
Lots of resiliency. Now, do you know TJ Bumby, head coach for Chilliwack, through work?
Yeah, I work with TJ.
Okay, nice. He was a center a long time with the old Fleetwood Renegades back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah, he tells me the tales. Yes,
I bet. I'm sure he loves talking football with you in the lunchroom.
He does it. Yeah, he does. No, it's great. It's fun. And he was the one that invited me to come out, and I'm glad he did. It's a
And thank
great
you.
way to see. No, it's look, youth football just brings back what the sport's really all about. Playing at professional level is one thing, but you realize it's about making the friends and coming out here and doing something special with your time.
Yep. There's the handoff. He's dropping back, cocks it. Does he have a man?
Oh!
Almost picked off. Threw it into traffic. Good on him. Had a man, but it was in the pack, and Mission managed to knock that ball down. Did they catch it? I
think it was batted down.
think it was batted in. Yeah,
Yeah.
They're certain that ball hit the
Yeah,
turf.
a couple times it hit the turf.
I love it, though. Good on TJ. He's throwing that ball. You
Yeah.
just don't see enough of it. So
Well, why not, right? I mean, here you are, and the scoreboard is what it is. So why not work on basic skills in football? And passing is one of the fundamental ways to move the ball forward, and you should work on it when you can. Why not?
keep doing it.
It's good to show the kids that you believe in them and you think they can get it done. Anytime you call a play, you're telling your team, I believe this will work. I believe you can do this. And when you keep coming back to something, whether they've executed it properly or not, you're reminding them that I believe in you and I believe you can do this. This is why I'm calling the play.
Yeah.
And that's important for especially young kids to remember that the coach believes they can do this. And even though when they didn't,
Right.
they believe they can do it again.
Yeah. Here we go. Going underneath the center. No more shotgun tonight. Here it comes. Third down. He's dropping back for another pass. I love it. Cocked that ball. Going to keep it himself. Brought down just past the original line of scrimmage. That's a turnover and down. It's the Mission's ball, the 45-yard line. He was looking for a receiver there. Didn't see one. Elected to keep that ball himself, but the defense just got there and hauled him down. So Mission's had a really solid game. I like what I've seen from TJ and his squad. They're making it interesting. It's kind of a fun game to watch,
Well,
despite the score.
Oh, and you're seeing what I'm seeing is the energy level on the Giants side has not dropped.
No.
And that's really what you want to see from this age group or any age group, really, regardless of score. These kids are not only having fun, they're giving everything they've got, and they still have high energy in them. And that's a real testament to the coaches and to the culture that this team is about where, you know, it's not up or down depending on the score. It's up because you're playing football and you're with your buddies.
There you go. What was your toughest season as a team, as a player?
My very last year, I had some serious injuries and I wasn't able to play during the season. So I mean, that was unbelievably frustrating to be on a team and not be able to participate because of an injury. That was really, really hard.
And off in the backfield,
Gone.
he's cutting outside,
Oh.
number 33.
Whoa, good
nice
collision.
tackle. And that was number 33, Maximus Tennant, who we haven't seen all night. And there we go, back to Fred Cunningham, head coach, spreading around his offense and using all his players. And that was a good tackle. Look at
Very
number
good.
7. He's got his arm. You see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Had the arm up.
Yeah.
And we got a replay. He cuts out, just keeps moving his feet,
And
then
boom.
knocks him right down.
Yeah.
And that's a good hit because
Sure.
no one's going to get hurt.
No,
And
no.
Heads are up, shoulder to shoulder.
And I'll tell you what, people generally don't get hurt on collisions when both people are entering into the collision.
Yeah.
There's usually an injury where one person is going into the collision, the other person might be shying away, turtling, trying
Right.
to prevent. Both people go into the collision. That's where you get the great ones, and usually, usually people walk away fine from those.
Everybody's good here. Another hand off the backfield. We got some defenders back there getting some blocks, trying to cut him off. Look at the blocking he's getting.
Wow. Convoy.
Does he cut in? And
Wow,
he's
look at
still
that
on his feet.
run.
Look at the
wow.
in the
Wow.
end zone.
That was a run. Look at that. You're right. Great blocking, execution-wise, and then some nifty feet to cut out, cut in, cut out, and then some physicality right at the end to make sure he hammered home. That was something right
They
there.
refused to give up.
No, that run had pretty much everything.
I want to see this replay if I can.
Look at
Who
this.
got the ball? Number 3? Yeah,
Look at
Jackson
this.
Tennant.
Cuts it back here.
Is that a 3 or a 2? That's a 2. So that's Matthew Smith. So
Look at the
again,
determination at the end, though. Boom.
spreads the wealth out, and that's yet another Mission Niner gets to put some points on the board. And you know what? That's what brings kids back. It's not the winning. It's everyone getting involved and feeling that they're part of the game. Now,
Well, in the end, that really is winning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody gets to partake and enjoy, and that's what you really want to get out of the sport, and it's good to see it happening here tonight.
yeah, and Chilliwack, years ago, we brought in something called our 10-play rule, where every kid has to play a minimum of 10 plays. And it was an effort that went league-wide shortly thereafter because, of course, coaches will give the same kid the ball every single time. And there we go. The extra point is good. So that's a 43-7 lead for Mission. So, yeah, the 10-play rule means every kid gets on that field for at least 10 plays, and hopefully they feel like they're part of something, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what you want,
Yeah.
right? How do you give someone a positive experience when they don't have an experience? Right? You got to make sure they have that opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, so many coaches, so many people watch football and they think it's about winning. Well, no, that doesn't get you an association. And there's associations that went with winning with A teams and B teams,
Yeah.
and they've ran into a real problem with registration, and they didn't recover. So, as long as you get those kids coming back year after year, you're doing something right. So.
Well, and you talk to people that played football growing up at the amateur level, and the memories they have, very rarely are they going to talk about their win-loss record as the key memories. They're going to talk about their buddies, maybe practices, those mud days, the rain days, the cold days, a road trip, a tough opponent, something that doesn't usually equate to a scoreboard in the end. And it's an experience when it comes right down to it. And you want to make sure everyone has the opportunity to have as many experiences as possible because that's what they carry with them and that's what they're going to lean back on when they get older. And that's what really matters at the end of the day.
I'm an avid reader, and I just read Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's book. He's written several, but it's about his 50-year relationship with his former coach, John Wooden from UCLA.
Yeah.
First day, they sat him down, and at that level, I mean, it was the 1960s, 1970s, so it wasn't what it is today. But Wooden sat those boys down and just said, you know what? You're not here to win. You're here to work as hard as you can, game in and game out. Number 77, the Oak Tree, cuts in. Denver Bronco Adam. Forgive me. And that's a nice little run there and sets up a 2nd and 1 at the 54-yard line. So, again, Chilliwack moving the ball, but just not to the end zone. Looks like he tripped up maybe over his own player. Anyway, Kareem, when he first met Wooden, because he was a huge, of course, 7-foot center, and he had that sky hook that he worked on mercilessly.
And he was Lou Alcindor at the time, correct?
Lou Alcindor, you're 100% correct. And Wooden sat him down in his office and said, I've looked at your transcripts. I really like what I see. I think you'd be a good fit for a program here. Didn't mention basketball at all. And he sat those guys down and said, it's not about winning. You're here to get an education. I'm going to teach you to be men. I'm going to show you respect. And the lessons he learned. And he ran probably one of the most successful college basketball programs for decades out at
the most dominant one at any given time still to this day in terms of domination. Yeah. But you even look at the professional level. You look at the great football coaches. Bill Walsh comes to mind. Even a Bill Belichick. They talk about
Chuckles.
They talk about the process, right? Everything. No, but it's the process that matters, right? You're here to do what we ask you to do as well as you possibly can.
Yeah.
And if you take that philosophy, then football transfers to anything, that teaching process of you just give everything you have to what you've been asked to do here. And winning will take care of itself. That was Bill Walsh's big line. Winning takes care of itself if you take care of everything that you're supposed to do. That's what you worry about. And, at this level, coaches are supposed to give kids opportunities to do that. Get them on the field so they can give everything they've got, so they can participate and work hard with other people and make those memories. And, the best way to happen is being on the field, being engaged, having something to do, something to feel proud of at the end of the night, that you did what you were supposed to do as best as you can. That's how you build confidence in young men, and that's how you show them that they can do so much more, and you give them the tools on how to do that more by applying yourself to what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Okay. 3rd and 9. Chilliwack got sacked in their backfield. We did that marked the end of the third quarter, now into the last quarter of play. At their own 46-yard line. 3rd and about 9.
Is there a point limit, like I don't know if it's called mercy rule or something,
where
the spread is too big? And what do they do at that point?
Straight time.
Straight time.
Don't stop the clock.
Okay.
They got the handoff, but he wasn't sure what to do after that, and it was a mission pylon in the backfield, so that's another turnover on downs. So technically we should be in straight time right now, but I'm not sure if we are. Okay. So the clock's just going to run, so we're going to go an 8 straight 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's a 30-point spread. When you get a 30-point spread, they just go straight time.
Got it.
No one's ever come back, unfortunately, because that would be really exciting. But
that would be something right there.
Super Bowl LI, they almost did it. It was 25 points. So, would you have bet that Atlanta was going to take that game? Did you watch that game?
I did. Yeah, I watched it. I think the most impressive thing, I don't know what I would have bet on, but I think the most impressive thing that you can take from that, watching New England, was they never panicked. Yeah. And they never changed their game plan. Yeah. It was awesome to see where human nature would say, okay, we gotta go now. Like, we gotta change everything and chase. And they don't. Yeah. They say, no, we just do what we always do. And it comes back to, no, just work your process. Yeah. Don't even worry about the scoreboard. Just keep doing what we do. And that's a great lesson for people to learn, that you're up, you're down. It shouldn't change what you do. You do what you've been practicing. You do what you've been trained to do, and it works in the long run more times than it doesn't. And it worked out there. The other team will make mistakes, make problems. You just keep doing what you do well.
Well, Atlanta kind of burnt out. Snap in the backfield, and Chilliwack got there quick enough, and that's going to push the back. Denver, the Bronco Adams, having just a great game tonight.
Yeah.
And he gets a sack in the backfield. That sets up a 2nd and about 14, sitting at the 44-yard line. Well, the thing is that afterwards, that Brady talked about the game, and he noticed Atlanta came out flying in that first half, and they sort of tired themselves out.
Well, and
they started to realize it, right?
Yeah, well, and that's what you come back to. You look at a team like New England; they're methodical, right? And they just go about their business, no matter what's going on, at the same pace, same tempo, always, like a machine. Yeah. And sooner or later, you tire out, you break down, you make mistakes. They just keep doing what they do, and they don't get rattled, they don't adjust, they don't get up, they don't get down, they just go. Here we go. Oh, that was a little too hard.
A little too hard, but I love the effort on the receiver, Jaden Berger.
There was some heat on that ball, though. Hey, that was a good throw.
Hamburger, good speed on the ball, you're right, and he dove for that ball to try to make that reception. And the Chilliwack player went in to try and intercept, and I think he got Charlie horse against the poor kid's helmet because he's grabbing his thigh, and he's in a bit of pain.
That player down on Chilliwack.
Or maybe he went knee to thigh. It would have been knee.
Charlie horses can be painful.
These poor guys are taking a beating tonight.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Trainer's got his Fitbit on. He's getting up to 15,000 steps. He's not taking too much time getting out there. Well, that's that'll be one of the coaches, pardon me. The trainer's already with the player. Forgive me? Is that the commissioner? That's probably his kid that's getting. That's your son? He's playing with grit, man. Number 10, Oak Tree Campbell. He's gone off with I don't know how many injuries. He just keeps coming back, making big plays. So he's got that resiliency. As soon as he, like you said, he gets used to that contact and work through that contact, it's going to be something special. Okay, here we go. 3rd and a bit long. Mission got the ball, their own 42-yard line. They're up by 43 points. We've got about 5 minutes to go in the game. Straight time. Tim Amy, Angus Reid, CANEX Masonry Landscaping Friday Night Lights. Our last Friday Night Light broadcast, and thank gosh the weather cooperated. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, this is great. What a great environment for football.
Here we go. In the backfield, number 16. He's running to the outside.
Look at
He's
him
got
go.
some room. He's pumping those legs. He's got that back straight. He's tucking that ball in.
Whoa, he's got some
just
moves.
Deeks and doodles.
Wow.
Holy moly. Nothing is stopping these guys.
Look. Wow.
Alex Foster, we haven't called his name the entire game. Sure enough, there's Fred Cunningham. Is there a flag on the play?
Touchdown mission.
That's
no,
a touchdown
no
for
flags.
Mitchell. I was looking at the lineman there. He's putting
Yeah.
his arm back. Okay. Great run. And a kid that we haven't seen all night. So once again, Fred is giving every kid a chance to score here. And this is going to be a good game. 49 points.
Wow. It's some impressive plays. Some real athleticism.
Look at them go.
Yeah, look at that. Look at this, though. Nifty feet.
I like that straight back that he's got.
Yeah.
He's holding that ball, he's tucked it in, and he's just pumping those legs. They're sort of a short, powerful team.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of sort of
Not a lot of
taller-
long lankies. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
They've got some powerhouses here.
Yeah, and they did thunder through.
They can move their feet, though. This
and
is
the
good
blocking
speed.
they're
Yeah.
getting the blocking, so they're getting the room, and they get them right into the end zone. So they're teaching the O-line how to move with the ball and allowing for some movement. So, yeah. All right, they're going to go for a 1-point PAT here. I wonder if Fred went up to them and said, okay, no more points in the PAT. Just keep it on the ground.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. There's the handoff. Cutting to the outside. He's got some blocking. He's going to do it, and he's going to do it. Look at that. Look, got the arm up. And who was that?
Conversion.
Number 15? So they're spreading out the offense. I mean, who hasn't touched the ball and gone into the end zone on that mission team right now? Like they're just,
Layer down for the Chilliwack Giants.
they are just sharing the wealth of something fierce.
Wow.
We have another injured Giant. They're having a tough game. There's going to be some ice and cuddles by
Yeah, there's going to be some
mom and dad. You have a colleague here
Look
from
at
Germany.
this. Getting a little Canadiana here.
Yeah, the first poutine ever.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we
Too bad
go.
we don't have a camera up here. We can get the camera on him.
We got our German buddies, a little slice of Canada here. Nothing
I'm,
like gravy and cheese curds on fries to welcome you to Canada.
I grew up in Montreal, and I'm a hardcore poutine snob. Hardcore. And the stuff we have here is actually pretty darn good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite good. And they get the key is to have enough hot gravy to melt the cheese into the fries. And they don't always do that. They kind of skimp on the gravy sometimes. Here we really pour it on. So that's the key. Well, the Montreal cheese curds melt, right? 'Cause not all
Yeah.
the cheese curds melt. So yeah, I'm hopefully going back next summer. So I'm going to get my hardcore Canadian fix at the homeland of.
What do you say, Dom? First little bite of a
Not
little
bad.
slice of Canada there.
You know, we'll
Not
get
bad,
you a
huh?
recipe. You can open up a poutine shop back home in Germany. You'll make a fortune. They eat a lot of pork in Germany, don't they? That's kind of yeah.
A lot of schnitzel.
A lot of schnitzel, yeah. A lot of sausage.
Yeah. I've been to Germany. There's
Oh,
good
yeah?
there's good eating there too.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, it's good food there. But yeah, you don't see the poutine there.
No. This could be. You could be bringing it back. We'll get you a recipe. Open a poutine
You
shop.
got it straight out of Montreal. You get the real deal,
Yeah,
hey?
yeah, you got to get import the Montreal cheese curds. So
Yep.
speak to your the German dairy board about dropping tariffs. Get the Quebec cheese in there. That's the key. Oh, you're a dairy. We got a dairy farmer. Yeah. I don't know what it is about Quebec cheese curds, but they melt that's the thing. It's got to melt, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Enough poutine talk. Going back to the pistol. Got a man back, had his arms cocked. Oh, nice little fake.
Oh, he got rid of it.
Oh.
Pass incomplete.
Pass incomplete. Looks like they were supposed to. He faked it on purpose of the handoff. His receiver is supposed to come around, but signals got crossed and his man just wasn't there. That should pretty much do it. Maybe getting one more play in. Our clock is winding down. It's a 57 Mission Niner lead. And I have to say, as big a blowout as it is, Chilliwack's actually played quite well. They've got a touchdown. They've moved the ball. They've had some good plays. And Mission, to their credit, has had just about every single kid in that team has had a chance to get his hands on that ball in that backfield.
Yeah.
So that's the key. They're not going to remember the score. They're going to remember that one chance that they got to touch the ball and race it in. So here we go. Back to the eye. In the pistol. 2nd and 10 on the 45. Drops again and sacked. Mission just unrelenting. Are they reaching for the hanky? Not yet. I bet you they give him one more play.
Okay, we have winner of the 50-50.
You buy a 50-50 ticket?
I do not.
Oh.
I didn't even have. I know. I didn't even know.
7, 5, 8.
It would have been pretty funny if you came in here as our guest and you won the 50-50.
Claim it, the number at the.
I never buy the 50-50 ticket because how bad would it look? The guy on air wins the 50-50
Why? You
draw.
just have to donate it right back then, wouldn't
There
you?
you go. My
Yeah.
gentlemanly instincts. All right. Here we go. 3rd and long, Chilliwack pushed back to about their 38-yard line. I'm guessing it's probably going to be the last play of the game. We're pretty darn close. I can't see them wanting to give Mission the ball any more times. Here's the handoff. Cuts in. Ooh, breaks a tackle, cuts to the outside. He's got some wheels. He's got some room. Can he do it? Can he keep going? He's beaten one man.
Oh, he's
Number
gone.
10, Oakley, the Oak Tree Campbell. Can he get to the end zone?
Yes!
And he scores
There
a
it
touchdown. Nice. Nice.
What a way to finish this.
That's got to be the last play of the game, and he gets it in the end zone.
What a
for
great way to
Chilliwack.
finish the night.
That is the 2nd touchdown of the season, and good on him. He's going to remember that touchdown all season
The
long.
Oak Tree finishing strong.
Nice run. Looks like he almost broke a horse collar and just got to that outside and turned on the jets
Yeah.
and did not let up. And number 2, Matthew Smith gave great chase and did everything he could, but he just had that extra 2 steps on him. He certainly couldn't haul him in.
The concession stand.
Well, as things wrap up, I just want to say thank you very much for Angus Reid for coming up. I hope you enjoyed your experience with us tonight.
Oh, I loved it. No, this has been a great treat. Oh, we're gonna go for the single point here.
We're going to go for the single point. We do have your guest on Giants Blitz tonight, so if you're watching online, go to YouTube, look under the tonight's date with the Friday night game, and you'll be able to watch the Giants Blitz. Myself and Angus, you were a great interview. We loved having you here.
Oh.
Look at that determination.
Finish it strong.
Did he get in?
Got it? Give it
They
to
gotta
him.
give it to him.
Got it.
Yeah.
Hey, what a way to finish strong.
Nice.
No, this has been a lot of fun. I haven't done color in a long time or been in the booth, so really treat for me to be out here. Thank you for
very
having
much, and we'd love to have you back again next season. We're going to be firing up another season of Blitz in the not too distant future. Some of the issues we'll talk about, things like high school football versus community football. Life as an old lineman was one of our topics. We can revisit some of these things.
me. Sure.
So we'll
Love to.
certainly be in touch.
Love to.
And we would love to have you back. And that'll do it for tonight. CANEX Masonry and Landscaping Friday Night Lights. Tim Amy, Angus Reid, ChilliwackGiants.com.
Okay, we're going to do the player of the game for this evening's game. Mission chooses, or QB, Musa Khan. And Chilliwack Giants choose number 10, Mason Farley. All right, everyone, give these two teams a one big round of applause for an awesome game. Everyone have a good evening.